In a world of remakes and remasters,
Are we playing for
what was once sacred and cool has now soured and become lame.
Red?
Gone are the days of Pops and Cowabunga. Now is the reign of slurp juice and dabs. Kids these days don't even know how bad they've got it. Now it's up to the best generation to rise to the occasion and make a show that dares to go where a lot of other nerdy shows have already gone quite a bit. That's right. They're going to talk about it a lot.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. I'm exhausted. This is Best Gen, where nerds complain about nerdy things, and it's called Best Gen because all of us on the panel, who just barely showed up, 15 minutes late. All of us on the panel are mas o menos from the same generation. We happen to think that it's the best one, not because we're better than you, but our movies and entertainment certainly were. So strap on in and prepare to wax nostalgic as we reminisce upon the days of yore and simultaneously complain about the utter filth that Hollywood keeps churning out of its sledge pipes on a daily basis. Sorry, apologies for being late. It's gonna be a fun night. I am severely sleep deprived, overly caffeinated, and rubbed my voice to the bone from talking for 3 days straight at Dragonsteel Nexus, and barely made it home. I would have been home 30 minutes ago, but it took me 30 minutes to get out of the parking garage.
That's crazy.
And I was walking to the car and I was like, holy crap, I'm gonna make it home with time to spare. And then got in my car and everything turned red. And I was like, oh no, I'm on the second floor. I'm on the bottom floor took 30 minutes to start driving. So I've been in the car for 2 hours. Yes, we've got a show for you. Sorry we started 15 minutes late after having already started the show 30 minutes late from our usual time slot. I knew I couldn't make it home by 7:30 because I had to stay for really the only panel I wanted to go to. Right, there were some other good ones. We'll get into it. But the panel I was excited for was Dungeon Crawler Carl, baby, live reading. A blind live reading.
From Book 8?
So Jeff Hayes blind reading, narrating boss fight from Book 8.
Nice.
Having to improvise and do. There were like 10 voices he had to improvise on the fly.
Dude,
right?
I don't know. I don't know how that man does
instant
Princess Donut.
He would pause to take drinks, and refresh his voice. But the man can instantaneously jump between Carl and Donut and
wow.
And I think Zev wasn't in this.
Katya and
That's fascinating because I've always wondered how if they edit it to take like little sessions.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Normally, I'm sure that's what they
For
normally
audio
do,
quality, yeah, you probably go through
I
and do all
didn't
the
think that
Carl
they
lines.
would be able to. I guess I don't know how big was the section that he actually read.
Maybe 20 minutes long.
Oh, okay,
There were
that's
some
not so bad.
pauses.
Wow.
Yeah, he read a segment. They chatted, took questions that they had taken from like the Twitter poll, and then took a few from the audience.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, Dragonsteel Nexus. I wasn't even planning on going. I didn't buy a ticket, and then a month ago I got an email confirmation. Your registration for Dragonsteel Nexus has been confirmed, and I didn't, and that was it, and no information at all. And I was like, I didn't buy a ticket. Oh wait, no, but I did apply for a media badge, but I also applied as a panelist. And my suggestion was, hey, let me talk about how the Wheel of Time TV show is a bad adaptation.
Yeah.
I was more tactful in my email. I was like, because they're asking, hey, what
topic
expertise could you? Let's discuss the the positives and negatives of adaptation, and where what worked and what didn't. And of course, if I got in, it was all going to be what didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been talking
they
about
didn't
me.
tell you what application was accepted.
No,
Right.
I had to ask, and then like a couple of weeks ago, they said, "Oh yeah, this is a media badge," and I was like, "Cool." I was like, "Do I need to start preparing slides? Like, what is So, how are you guys doing tonight?
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
personal.
Back from my
As soon as you started out with your "I'm exhausted," I was gonna try to pull in a dad joke as one of the few dads not on the panel and be like, "Hi, exhausted. I'm bearded." But
Cool. I also
then you talked
haven't
for a while, so
Your
really
audio is very crunchy.
mine.
is it?
Oh,
No,
bearded.
bearded.
Jake. Jake
Yeah.
Beard.
Sorry.
It's very loud and very crunchy.
I mean, it's
I
usually
haven't-
probably.
Eaten any food today. I had a yogurt this morning, and I ended up talking straight through lunch and dinner, and so I got this right before the show. And these will be my last carbs for like the next 4 months until I finish losing 100 pounds.
Yep.
But yeah,
Martine and I just started the carnivore diet a week and a half ago.
and yes, it's a crunch wrap, baby. That's my last meal and testament.
Crunchwraps are underrated.
I will
Underrated.
go
It's-
to the
They're
grave.
one of the best items.
I will go to the grave defending Taco Bell. Is it authentic Mexican? Not even close. Is it filthy scum of the earth level food? Absolutely. Do I still love it? You frickin' betcha, baby.
Yep.
Um,
You know what's annoying though is they announced their 90s throwback menu, and they brought back the 7-layer burrito. They brought back the double-decker taco, which is phenomenal and still holds up.
And in all of the promotional images, they show the caramel apple
empanada, and it wasn't freaking there.
And even if you open up the app and you click on it, it's in the picture, but
Yeah.
you can't buy it.
I don't know what the heck that was part of their
I
big
got
promotion.
one.
Those three.
I got one caramel apple empanada 6 months ago when they first launched it.
I went
then
the
it was
week
gone.
they announced it, and they said we don't have it. We didn't bring that one back. I'm like, what are you freaking talking about? That's in all your promotions.
So
I don't understand. But yeah, that thing
I'm going to be
bomb.
periodically muting the microphone. Also, my voice is gone. So I'll let you guys talk about TV shows first, and I'll chime in.
There's a lot to talk about.
Unless we get super chats requesting I leave it on for some.
ASMR.
ASMR. Oh, Jared's gone.
Uh-oh.
I had a very productive.
Please stop.
Or maybe
said-
I leave
please
it
said
on.
this-
Make it a channel vote.
Maybe I
Make it a
leave the
channel
mic
vote.
on until we get super chats.
I was going to say, please, someone super chat to turn this mic off.
Yeah.
See, I don't know if leaving
Hey,
was a
you'll be-
tactical decision or a technical.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a
My
huge show.
my microphone didn't come back on after I tried to mess with it. Is it sounding better now?
It sounds
Yes.
much better.
Oh,
Lots
much
better.
better.
Good.
So we've got a huge show. Haven't heard
one thing
from
on the Taco Bell situation. I was really mad because I saw that they had their Doritos Locos Cool
Oh, yeah.
Ranch come back.
That
and
was the
I
other one,
like the
too.
Cool Ranch.
I couldn't find a Cool
And-
Ranch anywhere.
And I showed up to the one that's near my work because I'm trying to save money, so I haven't been buying it. But I was like, oh no, I forgot my lunch today. You know what? Here's my excuse to go to Taco Bell. There's one right by my work. Show up, walk in, and say, hey, do you guys have the Cool Ranch Doritos Locos Taco? And they were like, that promotion ended yesterday. Or when I went in, I'm like, no, I was so mad. So the Crunch Wraps are awesome. I'll toss my support in there. Although I will also agree with Mark Clark not supporting the food ASMR. So
Okay.
Fantastic.
Oh
Thank
yeah,
you, Mark.
yes, Mark.
Spared
Clark,
us all.
$1.99. Thank you. Oh goodness, I gotta scroll down. Thanks, Mark Clark, for the $1.99. I cannot support any food. Azamir, yes. I think it is indeed frowned upon to feast on Azamir in general. I mean, they technically aren't human, but they're humanoid, and it's cannibal adjacent.
speaking of,
That's a D&D reference, baby. Okay, so we've got a huge show. I can talk about Dragonsteel all you guys want to hear. I've got lots of Dragonsteel videos coming.
Nice.
We had a new poll this year. Took a lot longer to accrue. I've got 20, 30, 40, 50, 90 minutes of interview footage with
Nice.
various people arguing about the merits of Wind and Truth. So we'll sprinkle those through. I got to touch the Eye of the World leatherbound physical printing.
Nice.
I made a video with Matt Hatch, who I don't think he knows who I am. But he was showing me the book. So
Nice.
and again, it's the same with Daniel Green. Daniel Green's a very nice person in person. I've talked to him a couple times. I didn't run into him this year, but I think he was there, Dragonsteel. Matt Hatch is very nice in person. I disagree fundamentally with their opinions, but that's not a reason why we can't be cordial in person. Also, I would be shocked if he even knew I existed. So,
For sure.
they're very nice people.
I do have to shout out.
they're
I
very
saw
warm.
Joshua Templeton mentioned that Prophet had a huge announcement tonight that he's going to have a chance to interview Jim Butcher.
Yes.
on his channel.
Ooh,
Well done,
nice.
Nathan. So that's
Yeah.
really cool.
Him
That's
and Nathan
fantastic.
interviewing Jim Butcher. Man, that's this.
Jim motherfucking Butcher.
I was texting him during Sanderson was talking, and I tuned out completely. I was like, "How the heck did you get Jim Butcher, baby?"
That's awesome.
Wow.
I need to read those
I'm
books.
starving. Okay, so let's see. Let's go through. Okay, so we can talk about Dragonsteel. We can talk about Sanderson. There were a bunch, like exponentially more authors attended this year and had like really good panels.
Nice.
We've got 2 episodes of Pluribus to discuss because we didn't have a show last week.
Yeah.
Probably the best week to not have a show because it was. I would have liked to have like theories because there was a big cliffhanger.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
For Pluribus, but that was like literally the only thing that we would have talked about last week.
Yeah.
And so it was like
Pretty
good
much.
timing.
Yep.
Yeah.
We
two
can read
episodes
our
of
text thread though. With our
Did
prediction.
anyone watch not Vox Machina, but
Mighty
Critical
999?
Role's Mighty Nine? I have not.
I watched the first
watched
episode.
I've not. Yeah.
I watched the first 2 episodes. It's good. Some of the characters are interesting.
Okay,
I'll just
okay.
Put
Well,
it there.
so we got that to discuss as well. We got some news, which I still haven't pulled up because I literally walked in and pressed play. So I'll be pulling that up. It's not going to be in order. And I did anyone else see Wake Up Dead Man? It is
No.
very
I could not-
very limited screening. So I assume
Yeah.
Charles.
Yeah.
no,
I need to
I-
keep a closer eye out for that. Yeah.
I want to watch it in theaters as soon as I can, but I have to sell my children.
Yeah.
You don't have any
Sorry.
children.
You have to sell your
I know it
children.
makes it hard because I can sell them in a
Pre-sell,
heartbeat.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't have any.
I did watch Zootopia 2 and Wicked for Good.
That's
and actually
out?
just today I caught
Zootopia's out?
Nuremberg. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
sorry.
wow.
I didn't listen to the
Last
rest of
week.
your
Oh.
statement because I didn't. Okay, you said
And-
Zootopia, the Nuremberg trials. What?
Nuremberg, yeah. There's a
There's a
it came
Nuremberg
out like
trials movie.
with
I haven't
Russell
heard
Crowe as
anything
what?
about that.
as-
Russell Crowe? Are you kidding me? I haven't heard.
Yeah, it's been
a
out
thing
for like a
about that.
month. Came
What?
out November 7th. Literally a month ago.
Shows you how
Nuremberg.
often I pay attention to movies because I don't have any money to go to see them.
Rami Malek, Colin Hanks, John Slattery, Michael Shannon. What?
Yeah, Richard E. Grant. Yep.
Oh wow, Nuremberg 2025.
Yeah.
How did that go completely under my radar? That's crazy. Cool. Is
Yeah.
it good?
Yeah, I thought they did a really good job
sorry,
that they yeah. Depending on how much you want to go into that. But
Not the
yeah.
Nazis. but
Well, yeah,
And
no,
then you watched-
they had it was a good one. Yeah.
And you watched Wicked Too Good to Be Bad or something?
Yep.
Too
Let's see,
Good,
what
Too
else did
Bad, Too Furious.
Yep. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I watched this last couple weeks. Rewatched.
you said yes to Dead Man,
um,
though. You're the only one?
No, I didn't. I haven't caught Dead Man yet.
Okay.
Because I haven't seen it in the theater around me, and so
Well, I
I'll
won't
probably
spoil
end up just
anything.
catching it on Netflix once it comes around. But
I
if I can find
that's
it
like-
in
that's like
theaters,
next week.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's pretty soon.
yeah, I'm pretty sure next week. 12 is 12 next week. Oh, yeah, next Saturday. Maybe I
yeah.
got the right number. Yeah, so I can give you general vibes, general impressions, but I won't spoil anything.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Man, I don't remember. Okay. Oh boy, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna be loopy. Might be inarticulate. I've used all of my brain cells.
What else is new?
But yeah.
How is this any different from any other stream?
Oh. Wait, is he streaming about Dresden Files right now, Steve? No. Okay, he's talking about Book 9. I was like, I'm let's go over there. Cancel the show. Let's go watch Jim Butcher, boys.
Right.
Yep.
No, I'm trying to redirect. Let's save that. I was pulling up the list of options to redirect to, and I was like, oh crap, I'm not streaming over Jim Butcher. Okay. Yeah, 100 chats I've missed because you guys were all chatting while I was gone. We got Josh in the chat. We got Mark Clark over under on me being late. I sent out a YouTube post saying, hey, I'm probably gonna be a few minutes late. Okay. But did you guys read through these? Can
We've
you give
been-
me the
Some,
AI
yeah, I think
summary?
most of them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Weren't
there was
expecting a stream
complaining.
tonight. Yeah. Well, surprise, surprise.
Charles has joined the
boys.
Amish. He also now just
Yeah.
needs a bow tie. No.
I would be.
Thanks for
I'd-
joining us.
I have a bow
Joshua.
tie. I would wear it. It's been. They've also been talking about the.
David did not beat me. I got here before David did.
David
Well,
was
David was
commenting
in the
in the
chat.
thread.
I was
before.
Oh, he
commenting
was?
in the thread. Yep.
I don't see. Oh, you do. I do see yourself out. Okay.
Yep.
Mm.
Your internet is dropping, bro.
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's showing your connection was bad, and you're
pixelated and kind of.
Everyone else is coming through fine, and it's showing your internet bars going down, and you're fine now.
Oh, now you're back.
Yep.
Now you look solid.
Weird.
Okay. Hussein in no, I skipped way ahead. Let me just make sure we didn't miss anything super important.
Yeah, there was anything.
Who was being better than me? What?
I was noticing the chat because I noticed Joshua calling out the Dresden Files or Jim Butcher.
So Pluribus. Yeah, we'll get into it. Well, yeah, what do we want to hit up?
We had a great segue there when you were talking about not eating the Asimir.
Oh, that was the perfect segue. My horrible Asimir joke.
Where you decided to turn that into cannibalism. And I was like, speaking of,
I did text you. I did text you guys before the episode dropped this week. It's like, hey, what were your theory? What are your theories for what she saw? Obviously, everyone said human bodies.
Yeah,
Soylent Green,
and
that was
the way I phrased it in particular.
Answer.
My wife's suggestion was it's Soylent Green, and even more appropriate than just a dead body. It's Soylent Green.
That was the obvious answer, which made me think it might be something else, but I couldn't think of anything else
really.
That would have been better.
But it wasn't supposed to be a secret, and I'll tell you why too. So, But for some reason, there was a large discussion online because people were confused that her reaction took so long, and I'm like,
right.
Did you not?
That's what I was.
Did you not pay attention to the scene because she lifts up the tablecloth,
and then she
and is clearly horrified.
Shocked. Yeah, horrified.
No, not quite. She lifts it up and then she kind of like squints, and then she
realizes what it is, and then she has a realization of what it means.
So the only reason to have that reaction is if it's obscured. Like I thought it would be just like chopped up bits of mincemeat or something, and then she realizes, there's a finger in it or something.
Right.
But the way they did it too, everything was packaged nicely, and she just realized one of the packages looks like a friggin' head.
Yeah.
That's really well done.
You can tell
before perfect reaction to that.
Before the gasp, she says you can see she's like shaking. She's like, "This is a human body. Oh, that means they're eating them."
Yeah.
But people were like, she would have gasped a lot sooner if there was a human body. You're like, no.
If it was a human body, I was imagining
she was shocked
like a human
to
body
see a
laid
human
out
body,
and like
she wasn't expecting a human body. So she forgot why she was there, and then realized, oh no, Soylent Green is people.
This is where they're processing their stuff. Yeah.
So I love
which actually the other. I was going to say the other sign for that actually that my wife was calling out was the crows eating the stuff, because crows eat a lot of carrion, and so
that's a good point.
Like I kind of didn't give any credence to that because what they were eating was the pellets of stuff that's everything, right? But the more that I think about it, I think that probably was intended as a little bit more of a nod towards the fact that there's human bodies in there.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
That makes perfect sense.
It wasn't just the crows. It was the crows and the coyotes.
Because the coyotes were going after
both in the same episode, going after her body, and go back to the cold open of episode 2 when you're introduced to Pirate Lady. Before she gets on the plane, do you know what she's doing? She's cleaning up dead bodies, and they are putting them in milk trucks.
Oh, I didn't notice they were milk
trucks. Go back. It's a milk truck.
That makes sense.
That's clever.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah. That's really well done.
I love too in this latest episode that
really good.
This huge revelation that they're eating people, and then they just blow it off like, well, yeah, of course they're eating people. It's like
they did a great job.
Oh my god!
It's like,
and John,
that's terrible, and I still am very much against. But like, okay, I see where, and that's the thing is, I kind of figured it was going to be something like that because knowing how they've approached this, it's so pragmatic.
So fascinating.
It's like, we just got to use everything that we can. Now the extra spin on that of like, because we're also just starving otherwise was like an interesting addition on that. But the idea of like, why are we going to waste this resource? That
Yeah.
I totally was anticipating that they were going to be like, yeah, we're just
but
trying not to waste this resource.
This episode also showed like I've praised the practicality and pragmatism, and it's like, oh, this is just complete, working like a perfected machine, like when they're talking to her in the grocery store, right? Not wasting a single ounce of energy. But this episode showed a bunch of the flaws, right? They're literally going to
starve themselves to death.
Rule themselves to extinction, and also they're picking up glass with their hands, and you're like, that's not the most efficient way to do it.
Yeah. Oh, I love that scene too.
I didn't think about that. That's a good point.
It had you thinking it was a flashback, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Stay in character," and you're like,
"Yeah, no,
this isn't a flashback." And as soon as he
leaves,
the whole time just go back.
I knew the whole time that this was them acting. This was him saying, "I want to be a James Bond. Let's do a James Bond scenario."
I assumed, but that was still a really good scene, and
it was a great scene.
I had a question.
Very clearly not a flashback, David. But the bigger,
and
because
at first when the scene started, you don't know if it's a flashback or not,
right?
No,
because they talk amongst each other, and you're like, well, they wouldn't do that if
the other part that was maybe a little bit of a giveaway was the episode description says something about like Mr. So-and-so is living it up in Las Vegas. So the fact that they're in Vegas and that's happening, I'm like, oh, this is cutting to his story as she's going to go find him and all that. So like that added to the clues that it wasn't a flashback at all, even though there were the ideas of like, why would they be talking amongst themselves, But,
yeah. Mark Clark, good point. If
I agree with
the entire
Mark Clark,
world
100%.
has been converted to this hive mind, you can have your pick. If you're this guy, right? I'm surprised he didn't request some celebrities.
And he also is like, he's also into the maid too. You're like, oh
yeah,
this guy's like not. This guy's not picky. Like,
that was one of those things where I was just like, I mean, okay, but also you look at all the other women that he was involved with and everything. I'm like,
ooh. This is great. Sure. This is See,
I'd love that. That'd be so cool.
I have a sketch I've written about that. I need a film too, where it's like you die and go to heaven, and instead of being like, so what? So what is the meaning of life? He's just like, so you know everything. Okay, so 9/11.
Yeah.
JFK.
Oh yeah, inside
JFK.
It would be a fastball. Yeah, that was Bush, right? Oh yeah, he killed. This. JFK. Epstein? No, actually, he killed himself. Like, huh? Like,
yeah. Because you need to go through the common ones, and then you need to be like, all right, what other things happened that were actual conspiracies that nobody caught on to or that people weren't aware of or whatever?
Yeah.
That'd be a fun one too.
Oh, yeah.
Just be like, all right, tell me these other things that are just hidden secrets that nobody knew.
No, we did land on the moon, but it's flat. Like,
Earth isn't flat. The moon is flat. Yeah, that would be good.
Flat moon truthers.
That's why we only see one side ever.
Yep. That makes perfect sense. It's just a disc that's just orbiting the spherical planet.
Either that or it's its own alien Dyson sphere. If you watch the Moonfall movie, did you guys ever see that one?
No, I hadn't seen that one.
Oh yeah,
I know
the dark side of the moon is bad or something.
Yeah.
No, it was just that like
Transformers
they think
on
the moon is getting closer to the Earth, and he thinks that there's a sign that it's so like it starts out with this guy is like, oh, he's just a conspiracy nut, that maybe he's picking up on something, but not really. And then it turns out he's absolutely right, and the moon is actually an alien construct, and it's actually the AI is trying to destroy the world. It's a bizarre.
Yeah, there's like
the moon is getting closer to the Earth.
I was thinking of a different movie.
Yeah.
There was that one that came out a few years ago where they're like, "There's a reason we've never been to the dark side of the moon."
That is a Transformers. Yeah.
No, it's not Transformers.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think
there's a similar moon
Transformers
thing
Dark Side of the Moon.
But that's not the one I'm talking about. It was a
similar ideas.
Obviously, you're the problem here, Alan. You should be talking about that one.
I know there was a moon thing. Dark Side of the Moon. It's that one actor, Moon.
The Rift, Dark Side of the Moon. The Dark Side of the Moon, 1990.
No, it
Dark
was
Side
like
of the
3
Moon.
years ago, man.
Is it Gerard,
Oh.
Gerard Butler or whatever?
No, not Gerard
Well,
Butler.
The Rift
There was another.
was not 3 years ago.
The Rift was that one on Apple like earlier this year or late last year, right?
Or are you talking about the Gorge?
I can see the actor's
The
face.
Gorge, yeah.
Iron
see
Sky.
I can. No, that's Nazis. There's Nazis on the moon, and that's great. Like I haven't seen it, but man, what a great concept.
Not the Nazis, but the movie.
The Nazis are. They make great villains.
You'd love it, Charles. I can see the actor's face in my mind, and I can't remember his name. Anyway,
What else is he in?
Behind Enemy Lines on the Moon.
There's an old Dark Side of the Moon in the
no, it's like
1990.
a 3-year-old movie.
Over the Moon.
Maybe 5.
A girl built a rocket to reach the moon and prove the existence of Goddess.
I suppose there's a
Rift,
chance that it
Moonfall.
could be Moonfall that you're thinking of.
No,
the
they're. It's like it's. What's he in? He plays a politician in some movie where he's like a scumbag politician.
Trump.
Like, yes, it's Donald Trump.
Patrick Wilson, the
Patrick Wilson. Yeah, that's it. What's he in? What moon?
Moonfall.
Is that Moonfall?
That's Moonfall.
I asked if that was like there's like bad guys on the. Okay.
Well, the moon
That's
is
Moonfall?
I haven't
an alien
seen
construct.
I've only
Weird
seen
is
the
the only
trailer.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Patrick Wilson.
Yeah. Arrested
Yeah.
Development.
Yeah,
Insidious.
I don't think the Moonfall. It's not about the dark side of the moon, but it is about like the moon is evil.
That's
And
that's
The trailer may have
literally
had
in
a
the
line about
trailers.
that.
Okay, they talk about
Yeah.
they mention the dark side of the moon a lot in the trailer. I don't know about the movie so much. Okay, go watch the trailer right now while we talk
All right,
about
all right,
something
all right,
else.
all right. I'll watch the
Don't
trailer.
tell me.
Yeah, Mark Clark's got it. The moon is a spaceship, and it's guarded by an AI monster. That's what Moonfall is.
That's right.
John
What a
Cena.
wonderful
Cena.
plot.
Honestly, I wasn't like I can't stand him as a person. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it totally worked. And
I thought it worked really well.
His name is John.
Hi, we are John Cena. I was like, obviously that's not John Cena because we can see him. So,
And I love when we finally got back to the Mexican guy.
yeah,
He getting the tapes and
Paraguay.
everything, and
Paraguay.
Paraguay, and
He's just gonna like drive to America.
Yeah.
I guess he doesn't trust anybody else. He's not going to ask for a ride, you know.
You drive from here to
I did
there.
think it was interesting that he felt comfortable enough going home and then he could get some food, whereas he had gotten to the point of like eating through trash and licking the. Where I'm like, I figure you if you're at that point, you could probably be like, okay, I'm going to do what I've decided to do in going out to go to my house and have some of the leftovers there.
Exactly.
Holy
And
cow.
at first I was confused at why the conglomerate Pluribus would leave behind all those resources in the house. You think they'd scour everything, but if it was his house, that makes sense that they would leave it alone for him, you know. But yeah, it was kind of weird.
I will
that he
also
hadn't
say-
gone back there before.
To your argument from that episode where we first got that cold open with him, if we had at the end of that cold open gotten a like him noticing the package being set there as well and going, if that had been the way they framed that, I think that would have made it work to connect to how we then get back to him. Like, I think that's all you needed to make that feel like it was a part of the narrative, even though we didn't get to her sending the videos until sometime after, until like at the very earliest, the end of that episode, but probably the next episode. I feel like that would have made a difference in making it feel more cohesive, which was the complaint, was that it kind of felt out of the blue and not a part of the show. But if they had done that would have helped it a lot, I think.
It didn't feel like it was out of place in the show. It just was weird that we didn't revisit it in that episode.
Yeah, it was out of place in that episode.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah. But all of the episodes in between have ended on a cliffhanger, so I don't know a better place to put it.
Yeah, my
don't know.
better guess would have been to do that, have him seeing like the envelope or whatever, and then you do your whole thing with Carol, and you just show her starting to put together videos. You don't even have to get to the point of her sending the videos out, because that's too much of a not too much of, but like that strongly ties it in. But if you just get to the point of that kind of leaves the like, I wonder what it was that he was getting in there, and then the clue is there, but you probably don't connect it because it's at the end of the episode, and then when she starts sending stuff, you're like, oh, I'll bet you that's what it is, and you come back to him at the end of that one, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that could possibly work. It depends on how they want to do things timeline wise, because most of the I was going to say most of the time it's been linear progression, but then at this episode it
went back for so that, and that's another reason why I'm like,
yeah, you're right.
The timing of that, and that would have, I think that would have fixed the. Admittedly, this is a nitpick. It is a small, minor complaint. It is not a big issue. But like it's one of those things where it's like, that would have fixed that little nitpick,
Yep. I agree.
For me at least.
I don't know. I didn't have a huge issue with it. I'm more, I don't know. I'm looking at the map, and there is no way to drive from Paraguay. How do you pronounce it? Paraguay to America.
Paraguay is fine.
He's gonna have to take a boat at some point.
You white person.
But no, I'm just interested on his journey, because that is a very long journey. And
we saw him thumb through maps of Guatemala, Peru, and there should be actually a way, because I mean the only thing you've got to really cross would be the Panama Canal.
What do you mean you can't drive from Paraguay to America?
You should be able to drive from Paraguay.
There is not a road. There's no road between connecting Panama and Colombia.
Because the Panama Canal. Road. I forgot there is a canal.
Oh, do they not have something crossing the canal?
There's bridges crossing the canal.
There's the Panama Canal as well, but just there's not a single road.
Bro,
that connects
we have
Panama
an ancestor that drove from the tip of Alaska all the way down
that goes over the canal.
Down to the tip of South America.
Canal, though. There is a disconnect between Panama and Colombia. There's no roads.
We have an ancestor that drove the entire length of North and South America and then got on a ferry to bring his car back to America.
That's the thing. He had to get on the ferry.
No. He drove all the way from the tip of Alaska all the way down to the southern tip of South America, and then he put his boat on a ferry to go back to America, and they accidentally dumped his car in the ocean.
Yeah.
So AI is telling me that yes, you can drive from Paraguay to New Mexico following the Pan American Highway.
There you go.
That is
but you'll face a major obstacle, the Darien Gap, a dense jungle.
I do think
Panama and Colombia, which is what he's talking about. Yeah,
I do think
requiring you to take a boat or flying your vehicle across. Yeah,
I do think that Charles has finally, though, made a compelling case for the morality of the hive mind, because it would make him smarter.
No, what road? Okay,
I'll give you actually that AI is kind of supporting what he's saying. Is there is a section between Panama and Colombia where it's dense jungle and swamp, and there is not a drivable road there, so it requires taking a boat or flying your vehicle across.
There you go.
However, we'll see. I'm sure he'll run across that and get himself stuck in some jungle.
He has to switch his vehicle anyway, so I'm hoping that's what's going to happen. But I just got vindicated. Thank you, Bearded. There's not a drivable road.
It says you can, but there is not a drivable road there, so it'd be
you'd have to drive on the dirt.
How to do that? Yeah.
If you get a Jeep, I'm sure you can make it. Yeah.
But the car he has is going to have a hard time with going through the jungle and all that. So yeah.
Anyways, I'm excited. I wonder how long that would take. Actually, that's not.
Well, it went.
This is a months-long, expensive edition, is what AI Overview is saying.
Yep.
So,
of course, there's no traffic, so I mean, he can just
true.
Yep. Wherever.
Of course, he also doesn't have anybody he can switch off driving with. So, like when he needs to take a rest, he's got to just stop.
True. Yep. We'll see. It went back in time like a week or something, right? So he's got a week head start on wherever we currently are.
I think it was 4 days, because it went from 12, maybe 14.
I thought it went
back to 9.
It was about 4 days. Yeah.
All right. Whatever. So almost a week.
Mark says 3 days.
Yeah, 3 to 5 days,
3
somewhere in there. Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
It's still a little bit of time, and that'll be,
The
Yeah.
point of the story is I'm really liking Pluribus, guys.
Yeah.
It is.
It's really good.
Vince Gilligan
Last thing.
was not exaggerating when he said, "I wanted to create a show that has never that like nothing else before."
Yeah.
Yep. I'd say we
It
get
is
that. Yeah.
the most unique thing I've seen. So
It's very unique. I won't say I'm in love with it.
Yeah,
I'll say I
very unique.
don't like it as much as all the rest of you guys, but I still like it.
I like it quite a bit, and I really like too that this hive mind, perfect society is kind of yes, it's the author has gone on record saying it's kind of a commentary on AI, right, and the collective, lack of creativity that
so
the
he didn't
AI is, but it's also.
he didn't say yes. That's why I wrote it. He says,
Right.
yeah. After the fact, yeah. There are a lot of parallels.
Right. But I'm finding it also shows a little bit of the downfalls of the idealistic society of communism, right? Showing in that perfect society, some of those downfalls of that sort of thing. So anyway, there's a lot of parallels with both communism and AI if you want to make those comparisons.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I agree, Mark Clark. It is better than Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is a well-made show.
Oh my gosh!
But you can't stand all the characters the entire time. All the characters are completely unlikable, and the draw of that show is seeing how he can weasel his way out.
You
of
heard
the,
it.
the
You heard it here
stick-
first. You heard it here on Best Gen. David dislikes disabled kids.
Yeah, no, I was going to say I actually like most of the characters in Breaking Bad better than I like Carol. Carol bugs me, but in a way where I'm like, I get where you're coming from, but man, you are just so confrontational. And I don't disagree with her with what she is confronting them about and why she doesn't like what's going on. But like, especially when you flash back to her with her partner in the like Arctic whatever hotel, and I'm just like, you're just negative constantly. There's
it
nothing
makes her like it makes
why?
me like her even more. Like she,
Oh man,
like the fact that she keeps making things harder for herself too. It's just like, wow, like this is dedication to the character, you know?
Yeah, it makes a very interesting story, but doesn't make me like her as a character.
Yeah,
It makes
I
me
agree that she could
as a
be.
character.
She probably could have won a lot more people to her side if she hadn't been so abrasive.
Yeah.
But
I think the
I've
reason
definitely
though,
switched sides though because
understands.
I was complaining a bit for the first 2 episodes, like like it frustrated me that she wasn't doing enough, like wasn't asking enough questions, and now I'm like fully on board. Like, no, like these character flaws make the show way better.
I won't argue that it makes it better. It's a very interesting show.
And
It was frustrating at first, but now I'm on board. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And honestly, she has reason to be more abrasive and uptight about that because all these other characters have their loved ones still alive, right?
To some degree,
part of the hive mind, but they still have them. And this other character you talked to in this episode, he's got like this awesome life that he's always wanted. He doesn't have any reason to complain. She's alone. She's completely alone. And this episode too shows how alone she is, even being one of the 12 survivors. The other 12 survivors are getting together behind her back
without her.
And she's completely alone.
Yep.
And so it makes sense that she's like, why can't anybody else see how awful this is,
Yeah,
well, that's kind of was brought up in this episode. He was concerned about her being alone, and of course she also was feeling extremely alone. I love the reveal that all the survivors get together regularly. Oh my goodness, it was gut punch.
You guys have a group chat?
we stay in touch.
You guys get together?
Oh
yeah. I mean, once on Tuesdays and Fridays or whatever it is, like that's a lot of flying. It's mostly on Zoom.
What's casino guy's name?
I forget.
Carol
and Pirate Lady.
Google's only giving me his actor name. So I can't remember his character name, but what David very clearly missed with the casino scene, because he thought it was a flashback, he kind of missed why that scene's important entirely, because obviously it's not a flashback, but you're seeing his just complete, like, it
Mr.
illustrates
Diabate.
his vapidness. His even he's not lonely. He might not. He's probably just as lonely as Carol, right? Because it's empty and it's hollow. He could have, which is what I thought was going on. Hey, I want to have the authentic. At first, it seems like just self-indulgence. I want to go and have the authentic Vegas experience. So can you guys just act like you're having a good time, and I'll see if I can beat you in poker. And then the reveal is, I'm not even good enough to do that. I can't even. I don't even. I can't even play real poker. I just want to pretend.
Yeah. The whole thing is pretending. And even when the collective says that they miss him, there's no way the collective said that without him specifically asking, can you pretend like you miss me at certain points? Because I don't, maybe.
I mean, the collective does constantly say, oh, we love you, we care about you, we miss, we want to have you as a part of us or whatever sort of stuff. Yeah. So I mostly buy that. But I don't, I agree that it's not maybe I was the same thing as of it like, them actually caring.
Maybe I was thinking of it like AI. But like,
I love that the guy's got an eye patch. He's a Bond villain,
Yeah. Like I said, he's straight up. I want to do a Bond scenario. I want to be Bond. Yeah,
that's 100% what it was. And then he's got all those photographs or paintings of him in his apartment,
around
in the bathroom.
In the bathroom, yeah.
That was so funny. That was hilarious.
The bathroom one was great with the sunglasses.
Yeah, I did think it was kind of interesting how when Carol was like, "Well, I'll go find my own suite and rest and get cleaned up or whatever, and then we can get together later," and he's like, and she could tell that he's like, no, I don't want you to hang around. And she then plays it off like, oh no, I was just messing with you.
Yeah. That's another cool. That's another amazing thing too, is the entire people that were there with him up and book it away as soon as she comes into town.
I love oh my god. They just gave her the messages on the Jumbotron or whatever.
Yeah. It's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. That's great. Because I was expecting so okay, here's the other question. How much, and again, this is just definitely an nitpick. How much did it bug you guys having to sit through the message every single time?
Oh my goodness. I love the fact that they have not shortened the message. I hate it and I love it so much.
Yeah. I loved it. Exactly I loved it the first time. And then the second time I was like, okay, I like that we're committing to this. And then intentionally, like the third and fourth time, you're like, I know what you're doing, Vince. And it's annoying and also good,
It's very effective. Yeah. I would say if I was Carol, I would leave a message saying, just change the freaking I get it. Just
that's what I was expecting her to do at the end of this episode. Say, and by the way, can you change my freaking voicemail or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Really, really, really good.
Yeah. It's been fantastic. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, so the rest of you guys who maybe aren't as big of Breaking Bad fans or potentially Better Call Saul, but did you recognize the voice of who says the message?
I was not.
Yeah, obviously.
I've only seen the first season so far.
It's the guy who plays Hamlin in Better Call Saul. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Howard Hamlin. Yeah.
Howard Hamlin. Yep.
Fantastic.
So as soon as I was listening to it, I'm like,
Easter egg cameo.
That's Hamlin. Yeah. Which is great because him and Carol have a lot of good dynamics in Better Call Saul. So
yeah. I needed to finish Better Call Saul. I lost access to
Breaking Bad
mid-season and never got back to it.
Yeah. Well, they took forever.
Jared!
Jared,
The hair's getting
I'm not
longer
the
and
only
longer
Jared
every
anymore.
time we see you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry I'm late, guys.
Well, we just
Okay.
finished talking about Pluribus. Did you watch that?
I did actually, and I haven't been able to talk about it at all on this show yet.
Yeah.
Well, give us your thoughts. What do you think?
I think the biggest thing that I keep thinking about when I watch this show is Satan's plan.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Fair.
It's like
Yeah.
Let
I
me
think-
take care of you.
yeah, like
Make your own choices.
as far as we understand it in our church, at least, like or in our revelation that we have from the church,
Yeah.
you know, that like that was his intention, right? Is to basically have all of us
Career agency.
just go through, not have any choice in the matter, and we'll all be able to get back to our Heavenly Father. And it'll be all hunky dory because we'll all be happy and we'll be back, you know.
Uh-huh.
And so every time I'm like, yeah, like there's this concept of free will and how important that is. And as soon as you take that away, it's like you could be as happy as a bumblebee, and
Yeah.
you're really not happy.
And
For those of
here's
those-
the big. Go ahead, David.
I was just going to say, for those of you in the panel that aren't aware, all of us here, we've talked about before, are members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or Mormons, right? And so part of our philosophy, I guess, is taken from the
Theology is the word you're looking for.
theology. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, is that Satan was Lucifer up in heaven, and there was a big war in heaven that's laid out in the book of Revelation, where he
A war of ideas.
a war of ideas, exactly. But he basically wanted to force obedience, and he wanted to be the savior instead of Jesus, right?
And there's some different ideas of how that might actually have been implemented, or how that would have been.
Right.
But the idea being that what it resulted in is no agency, no ability to choose.
Right.
Whether that's by making it so no choice was wrong, which would also require that we just didn't really have a choice, or
And
making
yet-
it so that there was
and
only
yet
one
Charles-
choice, or forcing us, or whatever it was.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah, and yet Charles still wanted to argue about the morality of unity.
Well, and that's the thing is,
I was
it kind of
being the devil's advocate.
Yeah, literally.
Yep.
And yeah, the idea of like, yes, there is peace and cooperation, and that's great, but the lack of individuality, the lack of agency is the real problem there. And I can understand the allure of like, wow, isn't this so cool that everybody just gets along and works so efficiently, and et cetera, et cetera. But the lack of agency is a major problem. And I think that Carol, actually, one of her better arguments about it was, so to one of the other survivors, was so you're okay with, so this is your son here, right? But he's also your gynecologist.
Yeah.
He's all of these other people.
He's also, your son is also having intimacy with this.
Why did you make
Guy.
me think about that?
I'm like, do you not? Your son is.
This
Okay.
hive mind concept is so messed up because of things like that.
Yeah.
And like that lack of individuality. And again, the lack of ability to grow because of having your own mistakes. Opposition is an important thing. Like, we recognize that when we go to the gym, we have to work and push our muscles and literally have them break down to then rebuild stronger. And it's not fun a lot of times, but it's what makes us become better. And that is, again, going back to our theology, that's a large part of the purpose of life, is for us to learn and grow in ways that we can't when there is no opposition.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yep. And ultimately, I think the biggest thing for me is the fact that a hive mind is not a society; it's a single person with multiple bodies, and we are a social creature. We necessarily need people to entertain us, and we need to love them, serve them, and they serve us and whatnot. That's how we thrive. So if you're only one person or one hive mind, there's no point to anything. It's not there. Being efficient is pointless. Art is efficient. Anything you do is completely, utterly useless and pointless because there's nobody to share it with and nobody
Also,
to benefit from it.
Just for the sake of my sanity, I'm just calling them Unity from now on.
Unity.
Because I've tried.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
the
Their
idea
pronouns
of,
are
again,
unity, self.
and the other part of that
Unity-
too. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well,
I was just going to say
gonna
unity is different than sameness, so than hive mindedness,
Yeah.
and I think that's where the real problem is because
Yeah.
we do believe in and preach unity, but it's still a lot of individuality. And again, we look at in our theology, we believe that God and Jesus Christ are separate beings, but that they are completely united in their purpose, and you see that in Christ's prayer when he says, "Not as my will, but thine be done," and his submission to the greater will of the Father, but. To say there is a distinction there between us, and yet I will submit to because I want the same things that you want, even if I have a different at that point, understanding or perspective on it because of his mortal existence. So yeah,
I wasn't saying it was like a perfect analogy. It's just faster than saying the entity or the hive mind.
yeah. And I wasn't trying to necessarily take away from you calling
no,
them the unity, but I was just
I didn't think
I had started
were.
thinking about the difference between unity versus hive mindedness when Charles was talking, because again, we do want to promote unity,
Mark
but
Clark,
different unity.
Did you
than this
still
kind of
want
thing.
Sydney Sweeney in that scene?
Yeah, although hive mind is 2 syllables and unity is 3 syllables.
Yeah.
It's still faster to say, okay?
We can call them the others.
The
or I think she
joined,
refers to them
the
as
joined.
affected person. The joined, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say that the other thing too that's interesting about this is that your actions, right? Like the drawback of these actions or having individuality, agency, is that you can make the wrong choice, right? And oftentimes we do make the wrong choice, and that causes pain for others and causes sadness, but also like that's what we grow from is the pain and the sorrow, and that's how. And you can't know joy without sorrow and sadness, right? So I think that's the other thing about this is like they always put on this face as if like, oh, we're super happy, but like how happy can they truly be if they can't experience this sorrow anymore, right?
That's a huge part of it to me as well, because that's something that again we talk about a lot when we talk about the importance of having this opposition, because again, as happy as they are, that is their constant state. Their state is a plateau. And as pleasant as that might sound on the surface to all those of us that are going through difficult things, it'd be like only having ice cream for every meal. You would never be able to actually appreciate the sweetness of it because that's all you know.
It kind of comes to a head in this last episode too, because you realize, okay, they're drinking this milk that's made of Soylent Green, but that's it. That's all they consume, and they're eventually going to die out because there's no change, there's no innovation. They refuse to kill anything, even plants. And it's like, oh,
that was the wild one.
Like, kumbaya society is going to kill itself because it can't survive.
Yeah.
But
and some of the other more technical things that I think I've really enjoyed about this show is they do a real good job with like keeping you suspended and like, okay, what's going to be the next thing that they reveal, right? And like, how is that going to affect it all? Excuse me. And then they play it off as if it's just a normal logical response, right? Like with the milk thing, it's like, oh my gosh, she saw a dead body and that's what they're eating. And but then at the same time, they're like, oh yeah, this is normal. Like this is obviously the only way to do it. Right?
Most efficient. It's the least wasteful, and it's the only way we can sustain
We're really not a big fan of it either. We prefer not to eat dead bodies.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We prefer to be vegetarian. Yeah.
So every revelation that you get with this show, it's been that same way, right? Like every revelation, it's like, oh yeah, that's kind of crazy, and then it's like, but you know what? Like it's not really that crazy. Like it's just
they combat it with logic, and it's like I can see where your logic's coming from, but it's still like becomes a real problem, you know?
Yeah, and it was the same way with the previous episode where it ended with the grenade, and she blows up the entire place. You're like, oh my gosh, they gave her a live grenade. And then the next episode is like, oh yeah, we'll give you another grenade. We'll give you a tank. We'll give you an atom bomb.
Yeah,
it's like, no big deal. You know, it's the same type of thing. You're like, these big, huge revelations, like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And they're like, yeah, sure. This is just how we do. Like,
It's
And that's the thing, too,
almost
is the
like the
older-
hive mind is a bad idea, Charles.
yeah.
I agree. It's a bad idea. I'm saying like what scenario?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and I love her line. I forget what prompted it or whatever. And she's like, "Oh, so all the lawyers are still alive."
Yeah.
That was
I
great.
love that.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, that was the best
so
line of
good.
the show.
It was
Yeah.
a great line. Yeah.
Technically,
There was a technicality.
we said
Oh,
we
that's right.
prefer
They
being.
preferred
I
it.
think-
That was
yeah.
the line, and they're like, "Oh,
Preferred
great!
being
So the
vegetarian.
lawyers survived. That's great." Oh, man.
Okay, so I really hope none of you have seen this because I was laughing very loudly and people were looking at me strange at the convention. So this is this happened. A schizophrenic lady was hospitalized because she had a psychotic episode where she thought someone was trying to communicate with her through her refrigerator screen, and it turns out it was an advertisement for Pluribus because her name is Carol.
Oh my god!
Oh gosh!
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Crazy.
That's beautiful.
That's oh my goodness.
That's awesome.
First, wait a minute. We have ads on our refrigerators now.
Just
If you have a
idiots.
fancy
Only stupid people
refrigerator.
do.
Yep.
What the heck?
There's a fridge. There's a fridge now that the entire thing is a
IoT.
screen, and it will show you what's inside the fridge
have
on the
seen that,
screen.
Hey,
It's, it's really hard to open your fridge.
have you seen that clip from
Yeah, I've seen the
Silicon Valley?
No.
I mean,
So
my wife feels like she
so-
struggles with
okay.
like object permanence, not being able to see things, but she can open the fridge. She doesn't have a hard time with that one.
So
Goodness.
there's an episode of Silicon Valley where it's a bunch of nerdy boys living in a tight space, right? And one of them splurges and buys a high-tech fridge just like this, and half of them are saying you're an idiot, and he's saying no, it's really great. You know, he's giant, he's Asian.
Oh, that's why you did
It's
that.
really great, you know. And they're like, this is so stupid. He's like, no, it has a fridge. Look what it can do. And the other guy chimes in, look, you can tap on it, and it shows you what's inside the fridge. And the other guy turns around and says, yeah, mine does the same thing, and it's just a glass fridge. it's a drink. He's like, yeah, so does mine. It pans over.
I love those clips from that show. They have
It is very funny.
fantastic
It is
taste.
very not family friendly and a very, very clever, funny show.
That's hilarious, though.
Yeah.
One more thing I would add too, because it sounded like you guys said you were finishing up this discussion. But
We talked about the last two episodes.
Yeah. But we want to give you a chance to say what you're saying. Yep.
yeah, the other thing that I think is that I've really enjoyed about this, he just doesn't want to hear me anymore. Huh? He just mutes
pretty much.
himself and turns off his camera.
He's
Trying to be
eating.
modest. I haven't eaten anything all day.
No,
And
I'm-
we have had a specific request to not have food ASMR. So we
We got a
pitched
super chat.
I pitched it. I was willing to keep the camera on.
no, I would do the same thing. I was just giving you a hard time. So the one thing that I really loved about this show is one the directing's really good, storytelling's great, but two, like there have been so many just cool shots, right? Like I think that's what I've really, just these maybe it's just Apple TV, because I always feel like this is what I'm saying about Apple TV stuff, right? With Pluribus and with I was going to say The Office, with
Severance.
Silo,
thank you. With Severance, right? Like
Severance in particular.
The
Yeah.
every single
Office.
time I'm like,
Oh, yeah, the office.
That's how I knew he was talking
Yeah.
about Severance. 'Cause it's-
Yeah, good point.
thanks, yeah. So, but I'm like, I love the direction and the cinematography that these guys are able to accomplish. Like, there have been so many great shots where like she does a really great close up, right? But it's like angled in a way that it like makes you focus.
Slanted angle.
you know, or like, or just the way that she like happens to be pointing at something, and you're like, oh, that's interesting. Like, so like, there's so many little things that I've just noticed with the cinematography where I'm like, that is just really well done.
They're really good at framing the shot.
I will say that is something I have noticed in particular with a lot of Vince Gilligan's shows. So
Yes.
Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul both do that a lot too. The way that they have the camera like inside of things, or like the way they have it like set up just right so you can see what's in the background, or you see what's going on kind of, but you more see it like in the reflection. Like she was doing stuff where she was like in the reflection of the cop car. And like they don't rely on that in a way where
it's almost like he has talent.
But he is so good at framing.
He's really good at it.
The cool shots.
You don't need
he's
talent
also
anymore.
He's also very much he's also very much a fan of the camera just staying still, motionless, and the actor just walking through and doing things, and you know, exiting the door, and then the camera stays on the door, and she comes back and grabs something else. You know, that's been in a lot of different.
I was watching a video essay earlier this weekend about how most movies don't do that anymore. Back in the day, they would do that because they didn't have the technology for cameras to do, be well, and they didn't have CGI. So there was a stationary camera and things would just happen. But now that we've got better at it, we have the camera moving. It always has to be moving, and it makes the movie feel like a simulation, and it detaches us more from it. And I was thinking that we got to go back to this, but you're absolutely right. Vince Gilligan does that, where he leaves the camera stationary and it grounds the audience a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree.
One of my other favorite shots of Vince.
He leaves the full voicemail message every time.
Like stuff like that. You're like, okay, now we have to listen to it again.
It's not just the camera.
But I also love I love that you can also see that like it annoys her too. Like she's sitting there going,
tapping her foot the whole time. Okay.
But that's what I love is because you feel that same annoyance, right? Like, I hate this.
I was so annoyed, but I'm like, this is perfect. It's so well done.
Yeah,
I can't wait for her to just sit there and say, just change the message. I get the point. You can just say leave the message, or like just give me a beep. That's it. It'll make it so much faster. You're all about efficiency, right? One slight deviation that's my favorite. One of my favorite Vince Gilligan shots is from the El Camino, the movie that they did after Breaking Bad, where they take the camera above the apartment where Jesse is like tearing through looking for the cash that he's supposed to be finding or whatever, and you see it's this bird's eye view, and you just see him going through, and of course they overlay it so you've got him all over the place. It was such a cool shot, very, very cool. So anyway, slight deviation onto how amazing Vince Gilligan is. So yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Martina's friend is extra in the episode. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he was an extra. He walked by right behind the lead actress when they're cleaning up all the bomb fragments.
I mean, how often do you guys recognize places out there in New Mexico? I mean, I guess it's not Albuquerque, but
yeah,
it's Albuquerque adjacent. It's like Rio Rancho area.
Well, I was recognizing some stuff during Pluribus.
Yeah,
well, yeah, because they're all set in Albuquerque.
It was actually hilarious doing Breaking Bad because there are several places I know exactly where that was, and he's just like walking. One of the scenes he's walking like through the desert or something like that, and he ends up in this other area. I'm like, that's on the completely opposite side of Albuquerque. Like, there's no way he did that, but it was great.
Yeah. Or watching the opening scene from Bloodfathers. That was crazy.
Oh yeah,
that feels like a home movie. It feels like Alan made that movie.
It's filmed in our home, man.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Is it doesn't feel like a real movie.
We've talked about that, right?
Yeah, we have. We've talked about that.
Yeah, Mel Gibson made a movie in our house, guys.
Yeah.
An opening scene.
I talked to the headhunter.
Is it? It's the okay. So Breaking Bad though, the like the pickup location for extrication when you want to change your identity. They always use that same shot. Yet that's a very recognizable Albuquerque location.
Yeah. They apparently also the airline that Carol uses to fly when they pick her up and fly her. That's the same airline that got into the crash in Breaking Bad. And like there's a couple of little things like that they make little fun nods to back to Breaking Bad.
That's fun.
There was one shot outside of the hospital with the roundabout. I don't think it was, but it deeply reminded me of outside of the old folks' home where Gus goes when what happens to Gus happens to Gus, and where he goes around and parks and then walks across whatever. And maybe it was just a reminder of it, but or anything. I don't think it was the same spot, but it definitely got me thinking about that too.
Yep.
That's the reason I'm not saying what happened to Gus. It's because of what Mark said.
Yeah, that house was right down the street and across the way from where we went to church right after we got married. Actually, not right after we got married. It was a while. It was like 2 years after we were married that we moved into that apartment.
So I have a question. I don't know if you guys have talked about this or not. You probably have, but
we already did.
What do we think the radio frequencies? What is he trying to?
It's how the hive mind communicates to each other,
right?
No, I think it's the same signal that they originally found.
Yeah,
where they decoded the sequence.
Okay, that could be it too.
Yeah, that's
up until now I've been thinking all he's doing is just looking for news from other people. He's just looking to see if anybody's broadcasting on other things.
Yeah.
But that one that he goes back to, I agree with you. That was my thought too. Was that's the signal that they were receiving.
Yeah.
I like my gut reaction better. I think that is how they talk to each other.
How they talk to each other. That could be too.
Well, I mean, it could be the same frequency.
Because the human brain doesn't have the capacity to communicate telepathically, so it has to be something else.
Right, but if that was the frequency that they originally decoded the message from space or whatever, it could be that same signal that is commanding all of them. It could be the same thing.
If it were
I'll have to rewatch episode 1, but I don't think that signal came through on radio waves.
No, it was no, it wasn't radio waves, but it was a transmission that they picked up from somewhere, right?
It could have been radio waves. I don't know. Yeah,
maybe it was. It could have been radio.
But see, if it was how the hive mind, how the joined communicate with each other, then that would suggest a solution to fix it. Maybe they're thinking, oh, if we stop the broadcast, then we disconnect everybody, because we know that there is a way to reverse it.
Yeah, so that's not because Martina is telepathic. It's just because David is a basic boy. David is very predictable.
I was going to say, I think
David hasn't had an original thought in his life, so. Yeah, there you take that for what it's worth. So.
Yeah, but anyway, so that was kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm looking at a synopsis of episode 1. Astronomers detect a radio signal from space.
Yeah, it's from space, but it's some sort of radio wave.
No. Okay, but it wasn't being broadcast from an FM Earth frequency.
Well, but
it's a radio signal from space, so it could be on the same frequency.
Could be on that frequency.
But maybe it's both. Maybe that same frequency is also what allows them to connect.
That's not how radio waves work, David.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, no, they're
if
waves of all kinds are the same things. Like X-rays and radio waves are the same things, just whether they're what frequency they're at and whether and all
And all of it is light. It's just not visible light.
Yeah.
It's all the same stuff, bro.
Yeah. Okay. But
if they're detecting a radio signal from space, then radio equipment should be able to pick that up on the frequency that it's being delivered.
But there's a okay.
I think it's the same. I think
there's a difference between ham radio and FM and AM. Like
those are different frequencies.
It's all just a matter of like where on the scale they are.
AM and FM are the exact same thing, except AM is long wave radio waves, so it's longer distances.
It changes how they're modulated, whether it's amplitude modulated or frequency modulated. So whether they're making them go faster or whether they're making them bigger.
Exactly. FM radio is high frequency and low distance. AM radio is low frequency.
The point of the story is, I don't
Anyway.
think that that's what this is, because if that's the answer, why is it important? If they're showing us something we've already seen.
Because
Yeah,
it's showing them discovering it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like-
so them learning about it.
to do with
And
this.
But they already know that.
David's point, I think
Carol
that
already
the idea of
knows.
like it's the signal, it's the frequency that they received it on, but it's also the frequency that they then are communicating on. So like I think that it's joining the two of your theories in the idea that like it can also be the frequency that they're currently communicating on.
Well, communication is it depends on how this hive mind works. Like we were talking about in the very first episode, is it that they're all conglomerating and joining their minds together and they all have the same directive from their amalgamation of minds, or are they being directed by some external force or virus? If it's this radio wave that the virus activates it so that everyone can hear and understand this radio wave, they could all be commanded by this radio wave. There's no communication there. It's just the radio wave directing them.
Okay. So that's at least two different potential approaches to the idea, and it just comes down to whether they're being commanded by an outside force, like they claim that they're not, or if they are actually having a united, joined mind, like they claim that they are. But either way, it could be being done over that frequency potentially.
Right.
So my theory is they're communicating the same way, like the episode in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where Frank wants to get good at chess. And so he sticks a vibrator inside him.
I was just about to say, like, I don't watch. Maybe I should. Never mind.
And I don't see how that would help, but okay.
And get with the intention to get Morse code instructions, and it does not go as planned.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
That's a real thing,
dear.
though. They have to check for
They do
devices. At chess tournaments. Anyway, it would just radio waves would make a lot of sense that everyone is able to simultaneously understand something that's going on the other side of the world. If the entire world is just covered with this radio waves on this specific frequency, and that's how they're getting all their information and instructions, I think that makes a lot of sense.
I think it's possible. Although the more that I think about it, the complexity that they are dealing with in how much they communicate, how much information is communicated through that's a lot of information.
I agree, but there is obviously some sort of connection.
Very quick. Yeah,
I think it might be. I think there might be like a half bait and switch here, in that it might not be an actual hive mind. It's just that they all have the exact same instruction, which came from that same source.
From the radio.
And if they need to, they can communicate really fast. But in reality, which looks from an outside perspective like a hive mind, but that's not actually technically what it would be.
Yeah, and that would make sense when she gives him the truth serum, how it disrupts her ability to hear those radio waves or whatever it is, however they're communicating, it disrupts that, and the rest of them sense that. Yeah, and come to her rescue or whatever. But
the main reason that I lean towards the idea that this is important for that is because it seems like the sort of thing that they're going to try to use to disrupt their connection, whatever it may be, whether it's the communication that the instructions are getting, or if it's their connection to each other, depending on how that goes. But yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't even thought about that, but that when you bring it up, I think that's what's going on.
Yeah, there's something there for sure.
Right, because the only other time that we're seeing this other guy is when he's doing that sort of thing with the frequency, or obviously when he's trying to go and find Carol. So it's like it seems like they're trying to keep his story elusive at this point, and his skills and everything, just because it seems like it's pretty relevant. So
it'll be interesting to see where that goes.
He had whatever it is. He has the willpower of something that has a lot of willpower, What?
Boy, you are a
Analogy.
wordsmith, aren't you?
I have been awake for 3 days.
We'll allow it.
Sure. Okay. All right.
To refuse food from them for that long? Yeah, like seriously.
Yeah. Because even Carol, she refused the first little bit of food.
Yeah, he's more stubborn than Carol. Somehow more stubborn than Carol is.
Yeah, they're gonna get along great.
I can't wait for the scene where we get to see what happens when an immovable object meets an immovable object.
Yeah.
Although he's moving. He's moving.
Although I think they're gonna be best of friends, 100%. I'm so excited for them to get together.
Come butt heads, I'm sure occasionally, but
because oh man, the headache that she's got and that we all have just watching the other survivors just
nice. That was one of the terrible videos that Alan made in his.
it was the Samson story.
Yep, the story of Samson, but also Edward from Twilight.
John Henry. He has the willpower of John Henry.
Okay, there you go. The railroad.
Steam drill
worker. Yeah.
What was it? I was looking that up for.
Spat in the face of the steam drill.
Nice.
And to the point that he dies of exhaustion.
Yeah.
I do have the best.
All right.
Notes. Thank you very much. Have we pluribused out?
I think that's all I've got.
We're probably good enough to move on.
How many more episodes do we got?
We got 3 more episodes. The next episode is called The Gap.
Yeah.
So
which maybe that's the gap that Charles is talking about.
He's trying to get through the Panama jungle.
That's actually probably accurate.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, that's called the Darien Gap. That's what the
Darien Gap.
Yeah. That's what it's called.
Was Charles right about something?
Yes, I was. I was literally right the whole time.
Sorry, what was this that Charles was right about?
Because he was sitting there going like, "Oh, you can't drive from Paraguay up to the States," and we're like, "Yeah, of course you could." Like, yeah, the only issue would be the Panama Canal, but like, there's bridges over that, right? But it turned out, and apparently you guys have they have an ancestor that did drive from the tip of Alaska
I guess
to South
for
America.
a very short portion of the drive, he took a ferry.
Okay, the Pan American Highway is disconnected at
You've
the Darien
said that
Gap.
already. Yes, I know.
No, I said that.
It's literally called the Gap. That's definitely what the next episode is about. Yes.
Okay.
Let's go.
Do you think this next episode is just going to be him getting to her?
I don't think so.
I would be surprised if it was, but I'd be down for it. Like,
yeah. At this point, I would be down for it. I was worried when we got the cold open with him that the whole episode was going to be just him, and we weren't going to get back to the cliffhanger that she had at the previous episode.
What was the cliffhanger that happened at the end of the previous episode?
I think that was the episode where she gives her the truth serum, and Pirate Lady collapses, and then we start the next episode with him, and I'm like.
Which honestly,
what
I would have been
happened,
totally fine with that. Like, that's a great. Like, I think that's a totally fine storytelling tactic. You should be like, yeah, we're going to leave you on that.
Miles, and I would,
it's
for a brief portion, take a boat, and then I'd drive 500 more miles.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good. But yeah, at this point, I think. I would welcome an episode with just him trying to navigate his way to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and then at the very end we get back.
Yep, and then that's the thing too. Is for me, like, I am not loving this show overall. I'm not like, oh, just dying for it, but it is still so well told and so well done that I'm still along for the ride. You know, I'm down for it. Mm-hmm. So even if like we switch to a thing where we're just following Manuoso or whatever his name is, and him driving the whole time. Again, like we were talking about, all the really cool camera angles, the way that he tells the story visually, I'm down for it. I'm down for the ride. So
yeah.
Literally.
Sure, and they do a really good job with his sections because, of course, obviously he doesn't speak English, and I assume most of the audience doesn't speak Spanish. So
Only
they do a
the
really
big
good
people.
job
So
with like it not requiring a lot of dialogue from him, but you still know what's
Yeah.
going on.
I've never watched Sopranos. I started watching Mad Men. I got like 3 episodes in, and I was like, this show is really incredibly well made, but it was the main character problem for me of like, I don't want to just watch a show about this guy cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
But
was the
I
same.
also like I
watched the
get why
episode.
people liked this. Like, wow, like really good quality.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Same. Oh,
speaking
one more
of
thing.
transitions,
One more thing before we transition. I love that she has this tape, right? And she's about to mail it, and then she realizes I can't trust them to deliver this, and so she goes to Las Vegas, and the first thing is like, "Wait, you've been getting my videos?" And like, well, yeah, of course.
also, you already know what I came here to say. Is this about the bodies thing?
Just about them eating soy.
Just about the cannibalism.
Yeah,
The light
yeah.
cannibalism.
And that's what I was gonna say when you were talking about showing the Paraguay guy receiving the message, the letters from her. That would have made it obvious that there were actually.
I'll give you that.
So,
Although I didn't necessarily doubt
wasn't
that they
the-
were delivering the messages, I believed it. I believe they did because
And it wasn't a huge
like she
reveal.
says.
So it-
But you can see the gears working in her head. Is like, okay, I can deliver. Wait, do I really trust that they're doing it though? You know?
Yeah. And I
Even
don't
though
think
she
that would've
knows they
taken away
can't
from
lie. But,
her trust.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because they didn't say we are delivering it. They said we will pick it up. Like, I don't know, like that level of them lying sort of thing. We're like, I think they could have gotten away with it. 'Cause, hey, all
And the
lawyers
freaking
survived,
drones, the freaking drones. With
the drones with the
Just around
garbage.
the light posts.
that was so good.
So good. It was a good.
Anyway.
good
Because yeah, she was just like, yeah, sure, that's 17 pounds, and like,
Yeah. Nope, not quite. That was great.
nope.
Sorry. Transition.
So
But they went for it anyway.
So apologies for the news segments today because I didn't have time to eat dinner. I definitely didn't have time to organize or field any of this. Charles, did you send this to me? Probably. I don't think I sent it to myself. Is this news? Don't we already know this? Yeah. There's going to be more prequels and more sequels, and
I didn't know about sequels.
No, I didn't send this one.
well, they've been trying to do a Jon Snow spinoff for a while. Like, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's news. There's more. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, boy.
They're looking
Jared.
good.
Jared.
Dang.
Hold on. We got.
I've been watching it. It's a great show.
Jared, you're
fantastic,
here.
Charles.
You're here with me. Finally, we can talk about Scrubs.
Dude.
Oh, I could talk to you about Scrubs if you wanted to talk about Scrubs. I freaking love Scrubs.
Okay, you
Well, go
weren't
ahead,
here when
Jared.
I was. You weren't here when I was excited about it. Then.
Oh,
And
yeah.
when does this
Do you
Can I-
know? Do you know? Do you know this?
I mean, I know that they're making a new
Yeah,
they're
like-
making a new season. Yeah.
like next month.
Next
Is it
month?
That's awesome.
Oh, I
Holy
just thought
crap.
that they were shooting already, but
Okay, no, February. No, it's
February.
done.
Oh, why would you lie to us?
2 months.
We're getting.
Dang, I am not. Gonna
We're
finish
getting
this show in time.
not reboot, not spin-off.
Continuation.
not remake.
Yeah, I was gonna
Sequel.
say.
No, yeah.
it's a reboot.
Sequel
revival.
reboot. Revival. That's the right
is-
word.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting Scrubs is back, and it drops February 25th.
Oh,
Nice.
that's 5 days after my birthday.
Nice. Happy birthday.
Nice.
And we finally got a teaser.
I'm a big dog, real talk, heart cold, yeah, won't thaw. Big drop, stay drip with a bad.
I'm back, baby.
Do you know who those people are?
Yeah, maybe try a different approach.
Maybe a little bit more like Dr. Cox.
Listen up, newbies.
Hilly super start there, Scooter.
Yes.
Leave Bambi alone.
It's good to be back.
Why are you standing like that?
I don't know. I felt heroic.
Oh,
Try it.
But it's heroic.
Yes. I love it.
That's perfect, man. That's
Love it.
It's good. It's good.
I don't have any notes.
Really rough start there.
I just hope
don't have
they
any-
have
Oh,
that
Is
better.
that a British guy? Was one of them British?
Definitely
One of
something.
one of
One of
the
the new
interns.
guys, interns.
Yeah,
Maybe,
yes.
but yeah.
Give me a second.
No.
Give me a
I
second. Let me
I
transition.
heard it.
Sorry.
I mean,
Anytime I
If
need
you've been
audio-
watching anything, you know that Dr. Cox is not British. That's the only other one I
No,
was
not
thinking you might have
Dr.
known.
Cox. One of them.
Anytime I
Well,
need audio, I have to unshare the screen and then reshare the
Reshare it,
yeah.
the specific tab to get the audio.
Yeah.
So,
Sounds like a pain in the butt.
I didn't see Neil Flynn, the janitor, in this teaser.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
really, I really
That's
hope
true.
he's
He was great.
but yeah,
I mean, I could see them not bringing him back because they but that's the way that they wrap things up with season 9, where it's like, yeah, after you left, he was like, oh, when's your friend coming back? Oh, he's not coming back, and then we never saw him again. So good. I mean, the last season was not great, but that was a good little bit.
Is
Oh,
Ken
Ken Jenkins too.
Is he still alive?
Oh yes, is he still alive? I thought he died. No, he's still alive.
No,
Yes.
85 years old. Man, he could.
Ooh. Oh man.
I don't need him to be like a recurring character, but he's got to
needs
show
a
up for an
cameo.
episode or two, man.
Yeah.
Like,
for
oh,
sure.
I'm retired, but I'm back.
And if we could get a teeny tiny bit of the Todd, and I mean, Christina Miller is busy filming shrinking, but hopefully she'll have time to show up too.
But I mean, it's her husband that created the show, and he's creating this one too, or he should be at least involved. I thought so. She should be able to come
I
over.
would love, if we can get Laverne back.
Oh, I guess some Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah,
I guess it'd be Shirley.
Honestly,
when it's
I'd
not-
be happy.
it's not
I'd be
Laverne.
happy. I'd be elated if they can get her back too.
I
She
liked
was
her.
good.
I thought she was fun. I loved those final seasons before the last season, where they started working with some of those other ones. The one guy that, the one black intern doctor that they had in those last seasons, he died though. Unfortunately, he was.
When
really
was
cool.
when was the heroes guy?
He was the hematologist, or he had a little
I don't
bit
remember
part.
him
He
in
wasn't the
Scrubs.
hematologist. He was in like 1 or 2 episodes here and there. I can picture where like what they were doing with him, but yeah.
Well, I'd be fine with cameos
Same,
for most
same.
of those people, but I really, really need Neil Flynn to be in this.
That would be great.
I love Neil Flynn.
Neil Flynn's great.
Fantastic.
I need to watch what is it, the one where he's the show where he's the dad, the middle. I need to watch The
Middle's
because-
fantastic.
I just need more Neil
I've only
Flynn in my
seen
life.
random episodes here and there, but
it's not bad.
It's a good show.
Not as
Yeah,
good
I've
as
heard good
Malcolm in the
things,
Middle.
and I just-
Pretty good.
No, not as good as Malcolm in the Middle, but dynamic between all the characters is great. Neil
Yeah.
Flynn and
I just need more Neil Flynn in my life. That's all.
What's the wife's name?
Can rival
Patricia Heaton.
Philip K.
great.
Dick adaptation can rival Solo and Fallout. Can we just Silo? Can we stop with these stupid titles?
Yeah.
Can we just say?
That's why we love Screen Rant, though.
I don't know, AI. Can
Can we for the love of all that's holy? Can you just write an article that says Netflix adapts Philip K. Dick's
whatever it is.
World Jones.
World.
Dude,
the
World.
The World Jones.
World Jones.
No.
Yeah.
Scroll down a little bit though. There's a screenshot that yeah. What's that?
That's from Silo, is it? No.
No. Scroll down. Boom.
I don't know what that is.
What do you mean you don't know what that is? Isn't that
Isn't
Raised
that
by Wolves.
that does look like
Hold on.
Isn't that
look like Raised by Wolves.
Maybe.
anyway?
But no, I absolutely agree with you, and that's one of the most annoying things about these articles.
I'm still not 100% sure if it's
titles.
the World Jones.
Oh, it's the World Jones
Because-
made. The World Jones made.
See, I wasn't 100%. There you go. And I hate Screen Rant so much, I don't want to read the whole article. I'm just going to skim anyway. Like,
well, see, here's the other problem though, is that they're trying to give you a story in the title of like, oh, well, let's give you this extra weird information. Just say,
how about
Netflix
you give me a
adapting The World
story
Jones
in
made,
the story?
something like that. But yeah.
Give me a title. Look, I am more likely to spend time reading your article if its title tells me what the heck it's about.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but the issue is that they'll think that you're more interested in Silo. They're banking off of, oh, there's a show that's going to rival Silo. It's so annoying though.
Okay,
I believe that this is probably the more effective thing for them in terms of what drives, quick numbers, quick easy things. But like, I agree that it's dumb and frustrating and problematic because it.
So we will. I don't know which tab it is, but yeah, Netflix won the bidding war for Warner Brothers, which is probably the worst company that could. Well, Disney would be worse, but they were never really
they weren't.
That was never going to be a possibility.
Yeah, I would have loved if Apple had gotten it. That would have been great.
Yeah,
I think
as much as I hate Apple as a company, their streaming service is making some banger shows.
And I will say the one thing, as much as like Netflix has got, well, I mean, we'll get to it, but like, yeah. Anyway, we'll get to it.
Yeah, I mean, New Wolves, Raised by Wolves. Okay, so yeah, the worst possible man won the fight, right? It's already in contention too, though. Paramount is not Paramount. Yes, Paramount.
Yeah, Paramount.
Paramount is suing because they think that there was favoritism involved and that their bid was actually stronger. Because they're the only ones that actually wanted to buy the cable stations too.
Right.
But not even including that, they're convinced that their bid was higher and that there was some insider shenanigans going on. And they are attempting a hostile takeover. One of these tabs says both of those things. The thing is, though, as much as I hate the idea of Netflix owning all of that juicy
WB,
and it's not much, okay, and the consolation prize, the single good thing that could come out of this is, I think it would be really funny if they restored the Snyderverse. Which
there have been talks online about that
which I didn't think could ever happen. But if it's Netflix specifically that did it, they already have a deal with Snyder right now.
Then again, what came out of that deal with Snyder?
Not much.
Nothing good.
Yeah.
But it would be so funny.
It would be hilarious, but it's definitely not going to happen. Because I think Netflix now, after Rebel Moon, is like...
Absolutely not.
Yeah, after Rebel Moon, I think Netflix is like, yeah, Zach, no.
I don't think that this is verified at all. It's probably a joke, but we do know there is a Gundam adaptation happening, so that's what this is.
Huh.
Oh, hey, look, we're almost there, guys. This should come second, but this should come third. They're saying even without the Paramount suing, there might be problems with getting it through regulatory, and if the deal doesn't go through, they still
owe $5 billion.
Netflix still has to pay them $6 billion.
No, almost $6 billion. Yep.
You can round up. You can. That's a 0.8. You can round up, bud.
Yeah, I can round that one up.
Yeah.
The one thing that I will say when it comes to this whole idea of Netflix buying Warner Brothers is, as much as yes, Netflix is probably going to have a lot of problems with the fact that they don't want to do theatrical, so they're probably going to really undercut theatrical stuff.
No.
for
They said
WB.
okay. Wait. You've
They
activated.
did say they're going to. They did say they're going
You
to
activated
honor
my
their
trap card.
Oh no! Spoilers!
No,
Don't
except
look,
that I
close
know
your eyes.
exactly what you're talking about.
Where
because
to go?
They said that they will honor their existing deals, and they say that they're going to do it. But knowing
where to go?
the owner of Netflix has spoken so much about how much he thinks that the theatrical experience is a relic of a bygone era.
Yeah,
I don't trust that it will actually stick around all that long. They'll do it for now.
No, they've already said, hey, if we get this, we'll still send it to theaters, but it'll be for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's going to shorten the
they've
window.
already
I
said,
don't think
it's going to be
thing.
shortened.
Yeah. So
that was day.
So as much as I see that there's a
short.
problem with Netflix buying them because of that, and Netflix and HBO Max basically combining under one roof to kind of monopolize the streaming world, I think that if Paramount got WB instead, like that's creating a larger monopoly of entertainment companies of movie companies. So
I hadn't seen this one. Do you have send me a link if you have one, Salty. They already admitted that it was to train their AI to write and create AI shows based on the old stuff. Wow.
I wouldn't be too surprised, but then again, Disney's doing the same thing, and I wouldn't be like that's not. I honestly don't think that that's unique to Netflix. I think any of them would have been doing that.
Crazy.
But yeah,
a lot of the problems. The only unique problem. The only unique problem that I think I see with Netflix buying Warner Brothers as opposed to Paramount is that they're likely to shorten the theatrical windows.
Yeah, and honestly, 2 weeks is a little bit short, but I would love it if movies went to the theater for 2-3 months and then they were out on streaming. I would love it.
I think 3 months is great.
So do you think that they cast Black Snape because they knew Netflix would end up with it? Anyway,
I don't know.
It was going to end up there anyway, so they might as well, just get ahead of the curb a little bit.
Yep.
Mobile Suit is great. Gundam. The UC, the uncut, the uncircumcised, United Cakes. Instead, based off UC on Gundam. I know there's a whole bunch of Gundams. It's probably the subtitle. Okay.
I don't know.
Gundam Destiny would be okay. Cool. Hollywood Reporter yesterday. Okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, am I disgusted? Yeah. Am I surprised? No.
No. Yeah. Because I mean, Disney was also saying the same thing. They're like, "Oh, we're going to make it so you can make your own AI version of stuff that'll be on your own personal Disney Plus, and then we have it too, and we can do,
yeah."
This is a real life, actual Star Trek poster.
What in the world?
Huh.
Go where no man has gone before. Oh, except for every sitcom that's ever existed ever.
One Tree Academy, baby. Okay.
What is the top of that? That's fine.
Zoe Kravitz is out, and Scarlett Johansson is in the Batman.
Zoe Kravitz has always said that she's not coming back, though.
Yeah.
It's just a confirming that she's not planning.
I liked the Batman. She was probably the weakest part of that movie.
I agree. Who would Scarlett Johansson be playing? Another.
There's lots of debates about who it could be,
or a love interest.
It could be Poison Ivy.
It sounds like interest is
Poison
one of
Ivy,
or is something that's more confirmed. But as to who, I've heard Poison Ivy, although that might have a harder time fitting in this more grounded.
Yeah,
you know what could work, and I wouldn't be like. It would be fun if we could bring back is the made up kind of nameless girlfriend that only sticks around for one movie for Batman.
Oh yeah, in the Batman Returns, right?
And he immediately tells her his secret identity, and then the next movie it's a different girl, and you're like, did she sign an NDA? You know,
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know who she could be playing. I know
some
this
people have said
Batman universe
Barbara
is supposed to
Gordon.
be more grounded, but then I also heard that he's going to make a standalone Clayface series.
But I think that they've said that that's going to be
like-
DCU, not in the Reeves verse.
It was supposed to be like like the Penguin, but a separate TV show in the same Matt Reeves universe.
Again,
So
I think I've
that's
mostly
what I
heard that they've settled that it's probably going to actually be an Elseworlds thing, I guess a not Elseworlds, or I don't know.
Well, Salty, go have fun with your football. BYU is out now, so I can stop pretending that I care for my wife.
That day.
You should always care for your wife.
No, look, my wife works for BYU right now, and so if I pretend I like football, sometimes I get laid.
BYU's status in football should not dictate how much you care for your wife.
That's not what I'm saying.
For his wife's sake.
It's the way I decided to interpret the words that you said, because the words that you said could be interpreted that way.
Oh, baby, I take care of my wife when she lets me.
Well said.
Disney's coming out with their own meta glasses. Oh, augmented horror reality. Get pop-up ads for Disney's new Pluribus show where
it's gonna use AI to change genders of couples to make them all gay.
Yeah. I will say, Mark was asking about the full cast Harry Potter book, and that'll be an interesting. I'm intrigued to check it out. The one thing is, and my wife pointed this out because she saw one of the ads for it. She's like, they say Voldemort. They don't. They're doing the whole stupid Voldemort instead of Voldemort thing, and it's that's going to ruin it for her. I think I'll still be able to enjoy
so
it,
many
but
of those
yeah.
ads. I'm annoyed because how many ads I've been receiving from that.
I will say too that because they have Jeremy Irons as the voice of Dumbledore in there, I'm like, you got Jeremy Irons in there?
Yeah.
I'm game. Yep, you got a great voice. I want to hear it.
I kind of feel the same way with Andy Serkis narrating the Lord of the Rings trilogy. It's really fun. As much as I love the original narrator, Andy Serkis does a great job.
Mark, I believe it was. Yes, and it was for lewdness specifically. I think. Yes, lewdness.
I totally misread that comment. I thought it said, "Don't buy a Blu-ray player and get arrested for exposing yourself." I'm like, wait, what?
Mark,
I am so lost on that comment.
What are
and
you
now I
doing
actually
with
read it
your
correctly.
Blu-ray players?
on how he's buying his Blu-ray players. I was very confused, but I can read. I promise.
Hoots.
But I don't know. I wanted to get his
Free
opinion.
for Black
I'm not a huge fan of the audiobooks that have different voice actors. Am I the only one?
I think
one voice actor just changes his voice for each character.
Some of them that are
depends.
fully narrated and have like sound effects and everything, they're really fun.
Yeah,
but they
they're
don't
fun, but they can be
read
a
the
little bit
book.
much.
They don't read the book word for word. Oftentimes, they just kind of act it out, and it's like a movie.
So it
audio version of the movie.
entirely depends on who's producing it,
Exactly.
and there are different levels to it. So if you're talking about like sound booth, not sound booth theater, that's
Graphic
Jeff
audio.
Hayes. Graphic audio do dramatizations where they're not just reading, they're acting the scenes, and sometimes it's not always word for word.
Yeah.
And then you get typical, just a guy reading the story to you. And sometimes they'll do voices, but a full there are some companies that do full cast really well, and it's when they're also just narrating, but they do have a different narrator for a lot of the different characters. The Enderverse narrations they're flawless. They're really
I have
good.
to check that out.
I haven't given
Star Wars
it's
ones
a
did a
pretty
really good job.
big cast too, but
A
they're
bunch
still
of the
just
Star Wars
narrating
I
to you.
listened to did a really good job of having different voices but it wasn't a ton of them, but it was a handful of different voices, and they had sound effects, but they did actually read the whole book. It wasn't abridged.
Yeah.
So I think it's graphic audio that specifically probably abridges it because they fully act.
Well, it's not that it's a bridge. It's just they take out the he said this and she said that and he reacted this way. And
Which also is
Yeah,
I was gonna say which also works for me. That probably wouldn't bother me too much.
I don't hate the idea of the graphic audios. I think it's really cool, and if you prefer,
I'm gonna check out one of them pretty soon.
If it's the first time I'm reading a book, I will not do graphic audio. I want someone to read it to me. But if it's a reread, I'm like, yeah, I'll try the graphic audio ones.
I haven't stuck to this super well because I didn't do this for the Lightweaver series Lightbringer. What was Lightbringer? There we go. Lightbringer. So I didn't do this for Lightbringer, and I also don't think I did it for Dune, but a lot of them I tried to read physically first, and then I will review with an audiobook, and then I won't care. So.
Yeah,
I think the action theater, sound theater.
I was thinking about that though, because I just got the Theft of Fire audiobook, and it's like that.
It's fantastic.
I'm not a huge fan of the way that I'm liking the book, but I'm not a huge fan of the graphic audio style that they chose.
I wouldn't call that graphic audio style.
Yeah,
there are occasional like. I'll send you like a graphic audio.
Oh, I have several. I have Warbreaker
it's a lot more extravagant than Theft of Fire. Theft of Fire adds a couple flourishes here and there.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't classify that as like a graphic audio.
Still, I'm not a fan of
dramatized.
What they're specifically
graphic
doing.
audio is a company that does dramatized audiobooks. So I'm accidentally using that. I'm saying Kleenex instead of tissue.
Yeah. I said that because I started lumping those in as being the ones that would maybe do it most prominently compared to anything else that I've seen. But yeah.
What was this? Oh, this was Netflix. This was the first. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh.
That was the reaction you were looking for.
That was the trap card that you were saying that you got on me.
Yeah, we already talked about
it. Hey, Spaceballs 2 is wrapped, huh?
That's crazy. I didn't know they were that far along.
Yeah.
Wrapped principal photography though, so they've still probably got editing and everything else to do.
Yeah, of course. But I am
40 years of editing.
Optimistic, man.
Yeah.
History of the World Part 2 was awful.
Bad.
Aside from the one segment,
parts.
The one segment with
Jesus
and Mary Magdalene.
So good. That was good. That was good.
Doing West Side Story, Romeo and Juliet. That was the only good segment. Ironically, the most sacrilegious segment was the best one.
I think there were a handful of other good sketches too.
I disagree. It was that, and then the revival of the Jews in Space. Only thing that were good.
That was definitely that. Yeah,
everything else of that show was garbage.
It was rough.
But I'm hopeful.
I didn't hate the
talent.
I didn't hate the first bit of the Civil War thing. I thought that started off fun and then didn't work out. But
yeah, I don't remember, and I don't care.
Yeah, that's the thing. I only remembered like the two good ones, and I remembered the one that I hated, which was the stupid
Underground
sitcom.
Railroad.
No, the sitcom about the one that literally wasn't a sketch. It was just, hey, I'm going to tell you about this famous black lady who did important stuff, and you're like, okay, where's the joke?
Yeah.
Oh, we're still doing this? Oh, this is a recurring segment?
Yep. That was.
Where's the joke?
Wanda Sykes
just
patting herself on the back the whole time and like, this is cringy. This is not funny at all.
It felt honestly, those segments, it felt like one of those like one woman plays.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. That's the level of cringe.
It's so bad. Ugh.
Yeah.
Not going to watch Spaceballs 2. Okay. Well, we'll tell you. I gotta watch it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna like
it.
I
give
have
it a
to,
try.
yeah.
I understand.
This was so good. So I'm hopeful it's bringing back all the original cast that they can, aside from John Candy, rest in peace. And it sounds like Mel Brooks is more heavily involved in this one rather than just stamping his name in it and having a cameo. I don't know. I'm hopeful. We'll see. I read online she had a bad take. I didn't hear what it was.
Well, someone the White House used one of her songs in an ICE video.
Oh yes,
and she got mad.
Yes,
and also apparently, this is something she's said in the past.
Yeah.
Let's look to Mao and Lenin as our moral paramounts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's completely ignore the fact that not together, but both of them individually, both killed more people than Hitler.
Yeah. Yeah, Mao is not even close.
Not close. It is not. It's not like neck and neck exactly. So she doesn't look Druish.
A Druish princess.
So 10. I didn't. This. Someone sent me this. 10 movies that inspired.
I sent you this one.
10 movies that inspired Pluribus, according to Vince Gilligan's Letterboxd. Okay, so I'm sorry.
They looked at his letterbox and said, "Oh, he probably watched this."
Sorry, let me fix.
Well, no,
the
I
title.
believe he.
Sorry, let me fix the title for you.
Fix the title. Yep.
I just watched Pluribus, and then I went and looked at Vince Gilligan's Letterboxd. Here are some of the shows he liked.
Well, I when I was reading through, I believe that Vince Gilligan did specifically call out these shows. I think so. Hold on.
It says it's based on his letterbox. It doesn't say based on any comment.
Gilligan posted a list of 10 movies, including his thoughts on how each selection speaks to an aspect of his Apple TV show on Letterboxd.
Right.
Okay. That's Dan.
Then these guys made a poor title. Then.
Yep.
Okay.
Your real fix should be Vince Gilligan says these 10 movies inspired him in writing Pluribus.
I haven't heard of this.
Why do you have to bring up his letterboxd at all?
Defending Your Life.
I've seen Defending Your Life.
Body Snatchers.
Makes
sense.
Of course,
I haven't seen it, but I
Omega Man.
Yeah, don't know
He's the last man, right?
Okay.
It's
why not
based on the
maybe Soylent Green? Maybe like there's
Green,
another.
Well,
there's
keep going.
another.
I'm sure that,
there's another
I'm sure there's
very significant Charleston Heston feature that might be slightly more relevant.
Yeah.
I get.
I'll bet you it's down there.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if it's down there.
Omega Man's the one that's based on the I Am Legend.
I Am Legend, yes.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. That the movie with Will Smith is also called I Am Legend, but it's more loosely based on. This one is a more faithful adaptation, I've heard.
There's a third one too with Vincent Price, right? I'm pretty sure.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, this says right.
At least two of them.
Vince Gilligan points to Vincent Price's Omega Man as the purist. Okay. Interesting.
Since Matheson wrote the script or co-wrote the script, yeah.
Nice. I didn't realize there's 3 versions of I Am Legend.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Or Omega Man.
Yeah. Quiet Earth, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Shining. I mean, okay. The Thing, sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The
Truman Show. Okay, that makes sense, yeah.
They Live.
Live. I haven't seen that one.
Kind of. That's the I came here to pardon my French. I came here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
That's the origin of that.
Yeah.
Nice.
He finds glasses and he puts them on and he can see the zombies.
Yeah. I believe he said that he was inspired that one because there was a single person against pretty much the entire world, and that's how Carol feels.
Wrong. It's a team up. It's two singular persons against the entire world.
There's the Paraguay, the guy from Paraguay, and Carol.
There you go. You've got the two. Yep. Carol and Paraguay. Manuosos.
So thank you, Mark Clark. Go read The Naked Communist, everybody.
There's our monthly plug.
Yeah,
that's not a bad list. I can see how most of these relate in some way to an aspect of Pluribus. Obviously, Soylent Green would be another one, but maybe he didn't.
Yeah, there is some more to scroll down. I'm not sure if that's just all their ads on the bottom or
that's it.
No, yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah, comments. I thought
I still think the fact that you go with Omega Man and which isn't bad, but then not go Soylent Green.
Yeah, I guess because I imagine that more of the focus of the show is
isolation.
The lone survivor, the one.
Yeah,
person
this might be
against
recency
everything
bias. When did this come out?
Yeah,
because 5 days ago.
5 days ago.
Nah. Come on.
So this was before the episode fully revealed that it's Soylent Green.
But only to dumb people.
Yeah.
Sorry. It was very clearly Soylent Green.
But also, if you say Soylent Green was an inspiration, what is there
give away that
besides Soylent Green is people? That's the takeaway.
All
Soylent Green, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I guess you've got a dystopian society that is producing.
YouTube took down a Helldivers fan film. Is that what this is, Charles?
Yeah, although they just got put back up actually, and I actually watched it.
Up.
I was,
okay.
I watched it, and it's all right. Sure. I mean, it's clearly a fan film. It's not the greatest thing ever.
Charles, watch They Live Tonight, and you won't be racist. There's a black guy in it, so
for sure,
that's all you need.
Check it out.
Guys, I'm not racist. I watch movies with black friends.
On my color TV.
Yeah.
I have a take that will make Charles not the most racist person on this panel. We can get that another time.
Let's go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, what is this?
No,
Mel Gibson.
Pause. Actually, this is maybe not what you think at first. This is a good thing. He didn't do it. He didn't do another. He didn't go on another rant about the Jews. Okay.
He didn't do another racism.
And I actually I was like, oh, don't give me hope.
Also working on a TV limited series about the Siege of Malta, which is an incredible story. And there's only one place to film that. I mean, in Malta, because that's where it happened, at these fortresses, where 700 knights defended Malta against an onslaught from the Turkish. And Suleiman sent 40,000 men and ships, and wow, the knights won. Also working on...
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Give me more...
Yeah.
War biopics, man.
Yeah.
I don't need another musician biopic, please. Like great. Yeah. Okay. They all did drugs and they all were had a tortured psyche.
Their dads hated them.
And half of them were also gay. Like, okay, it's the same movie every time.
Yep.
Give me more of this crap. Okay.
Yeah,
that's why Weird is just so good. Weird, the Al Yankovic story.
I was just going to mention that. I was just going to mention that, Jared.
Yeah.
We just don't want to. We just want you to reject all of your things that you like. And what was it his parents say? I don't remember.
Abandon anything that you like and pursue
it's
it.
very not. The Weird is good, and another good parody, which is not family friendly at all. There's nudity and lots of language in it. The Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story.
Oh, I've heard of that, but I haven't seen it. Yeah,
has some very good jokes, and I wish it didn't have like full frontal female and male nudity in it. But there's some good jokes.
Darn. That's unfortunate.
It lampoons music biopics pretty well.
Nice.
Actually, this kind of brings up a show that I was. I just watched one episode of it, but it's like King and Conquer or something like that on Amazon Prime. But it looked pretty.
Mark, that's probably one of your messages that like deleted itself for me. Like X has been glitchy, but
yeah. This sounds interesting. Speaking of Christians and conquest, though, I've been reading through Taliesin, book 1 of the Pendragon cycle, psyching myself up for the Pendragon cycle.
You sent me a spoiler, by the way.
You said you were at the part where Merlin is born, like 2 weeks ago.
No, I said Merlin is born at the very end of the book. I haven't gotten there yet. I thought
you said that because you would finish the first book.
No, I literally told you because I was reading the disambiguation between the Merlin. So I did a little bit of research, and I said this one is about Merlin's parents. He isn't even born until the end of the book. I haven't gotten there yet.
Sorry.
I think I do remember you saying that, but most of what I took away from that conversation earlier was that you must have already read the first book.
I started it, and I've said this. Okay. Oh yeah, I can. 2 weeks ago, I teased something, but I've gotten permission to talk about it. Not much, but I had to pause. I had to pause Taliesin. I think I got a third of the way through. It's very good. I will finish it before the show comes out, and I'll try and finish book 2 as well because it's probably going to be a combination of both books.
I think so. Yeah.
They show too much Merlin, right? Like he's a baby in the first one. I just really hope they spend at least. I hope they spend at least 2 episodes on Taliesin because I'm.
Well,
let me check.
Okay, so most of the
I haven't gotten far into the book, and I'm like, and I already know this could be an entire season.
Yeah. I agree, and I think they're going to mostly.
I'm a third of the way through.
I'm 80% through, and they're
very good.
Yeah, it's really good. It's different than I thought it was going to be. Very different, but it's really good. And at about the 70% mark, it gets really, really good. Really cool stuff that they're doing. But they keep throughout the entire book, they keep hinting at Merlin being born and stuff like that, and another one that's greater than Taliesin that's going to be coming soon. So they allude to Merlin all the time, and in fact, this book is written in several different sub books or whatever. So I'm in book 3 of Taliesin, and the book 3 is called The Birth of the Merlin. So I think it's the last book in the books that makes up the first book of the Pendragon cycle. I know, confusing. So I think the Pendragon cycle series being called The Rise of the Merlin fits with this first book too, because it ends with his birth. I just think that they're going to have to do more of that foreshadowing and maybe flash forwards and showing Merlin as a full-grown adult, even though he's not really there in the series. You're just getting visions of him in the future.
Clark, there are no Pendragons or Pendontrins in the Wheel of Time, but Rand was a Pendragon. Okay.
But anyways, we will. I guess we'll save that spoiler for later when we actually are talking about
when maybe I've gotten to it.
Dude, it's your own darn fault.
No, it's not. No. You just didn't.
You literally said, "I'm reading through the books, and he's just barely born."
I haven't gotten there yet, but he is.
I agree that you did say it, end. But I'm with David in not listening to you and thinking that meant that you were.
It made it sound like you were reading through it and you were almost done with the book, and just now Merlin was born. So I am sorry.
But to finish that point, I had to pause it because I'm reading Dane Bornhald's book.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
White Cloak.
Nice.
He's been working on a.
Can you say what it was called?
No.
Okay.
But he's
Take
been.
that.
I am a beta reader for his book that he.
Nice.
Book 1 took him 5 years to work on so far, and we're reading it and giving some suggestions and stuff.
Is he going to be crowdfunding it, or is he going to go through the?
So don't get too excited. It's pretty good so far. I'm halfway. It's long. It's a long book. And I obviously had to put that on pause too because Dragonsteel.
Yep.
And I texted him. I'm like, sorry, that's all I'm gonna get to this week because I'm gonna be busy this weekend. And he goes like, there's like 3 more days until the weekend. I'm like, oh yeah, sorry, no, my weekend starts on Thursday this week. Like,
Yeah.
it's not gonna be out for a while. Because which I think is an admirable choice. He's dedicated to finishing all 5 books before ever releasing book 1, because of the way that it's structured. He wants to make sure there's like setup and payoff, and
that's admirable.
And it's very intricate. It is, the structure is very, very unique and intricate, and I'm like, yeah, like I'd be scared to release book 1 if I didn't know all of the pieces fit together very well. 'Cause each book is a puzzle in and of itself, and then the 5 books are also puzzles. So I can spoil structure. I can't talk about story or give you the title yet, but I'm really liking it. It's very impressive. Very
Nice.
very good writing.
What's the genre?
It's fantasy.
Yeah.
I have theories about, but
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, it's definitely making me like, ooh, like, is this where you're going? So it's intricate because it's 5 viewpoint characters, and book 1 is like structurally like a Vantage Point to that movie. So it gives you the first character's perspective of like day 1. It's not one day. I think it's like 4 days, right? It gives you his section, and then goes to the next character and starts the day over, and gives you the same day from a different perspective, and it's not just like gimmicky. It's like, oh, like these, like the pieces start like falling into place. Really, pretty, and I'm not even done. So, and so he's doing that 5 times, so that's crazy.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So book 1 is obviously took the longest to write, and I think he's gonna get the other 5 out faster. So, but it'll be a while. But it's very good.
Nice.
Charles, you're an idiot.
I know.
Speaking of segues, you sent me another thing.
Did I?
And you know this is a fake account, right?
I did not know that.
It says it's discussing fish, Charles. They just lied. So there is an account called Discussing Film that covers news things, and there are several parodies of Discussing Film that just lie to people. Half-Life 3 is not confirmed yet.
However,
I didn't know that Discussing Film was a thing.
They have been heavily teasing it, though.
They have.
They've got the Steam box that's coming out. They just announced a new Steam machine, new Steam VR, a new Steam controller for your PC, and the Steam box is like a console version PC where you can just plug it into a TV and use the controller or whatever.
Yeah.
And they alluded that there are going to be exclusive games for their Valve Steam console box, and everyone they haven't said anything, but they're alluding to Half-Life 3 coming out.
Well, the last time that happened that you got a Half-Life Alex for the VR. So
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of people loved, but it was not Half-Life 3.
I'm not saying not going to happen, but this isn't real news.
Yes.
Yeah, I did not know that. I didn't know that discussing film was a thing, so I had no way of knowing that this was a thing.
On the
I guess
right
I could have
there,
read.
it literally says parody, satire, fake news. Just saying.
All right, if I
There's
looked
also-
into it a little bit
there's also
more.
no
Which
source
is
for link
was
on their post. So
also though, like that's giving it a lot of grace. You know, like this isn't satire. This is just lying. You know. So
yeah.
That's funny.
This is way too zoomed in. What is this? Oh yeah, this is a great this is a great dunk. So someone was posting about Umbridge. They're like, I was just thinking about how crazy it is that the most hated character in the Harry Potter books is Umbridge. And then the response was like, it's crazy to me that the people who grew up reading these books vote for women, for exclusively Umbridge politicians. So
yeah.
Anyway, I just thought that was a funny thing. Maybe it wasn't the best topic, or maybe I'm just exhausted. But Amazon's upcoming fantasy adaptation will be The Ultimate Dragon Show.
is this that?
Oh,
Is this that young adult dragon?
this
Not
you,
young
Charles?
adult.
Charles?
I don't
Was this
remember. I don't remember.
This is worse than the last one, Charles.
This might have been me. If
It's
bad
dragon
then.
sex, guys.
Yep.
What?
Go figure. By the
It's Fourth Wing.
yes, that's the one I've heard. Yep, that's the one. I've seen a couple articles on this, but yeah, note the author and their enthusiasm. They them's enthusiasm. So this author, they them, is an autistic lead writer.
Huh.
Talking about TV shows and stuff. Okay.
So we're gonna review it then, or
No. Please no.
yeah.
Yeah, I had to check with them to make sure I could talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, that's terrible. That's terrible. That's
I'm
a
not reading
theme.
this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Stranger Things also happened.
I have watched that.
I did
myself.
watch Stranger Things. Yeah, Stranger Things.
Oh,
Yes. I've watched the first 2 episodes. It's phenomenal.
I got all 4
really
of them so far.
so
Yeah.
the first
I watched
first
four.
season is
Okay,
fantastic.
Pause. Can we talk about this though? Okay, you can
Sure.
say how you like the show first.
I don't think I think it's
I
past
don't
where
hate it.
David's at though.
Oh, you've 2
No.
episodes?
No, this is episode 2.
Okay.
Oh, is it? Okay.
You can tell me how great it is later though. I
Let's
didn't
watch
hate it.
Yeah.
I think it's better than 2 and 3 so far.
For sure.
Season 2 and
Yeah.
3, which were
It's
garbage.
not as good as season 1. Season 1 is
Oh,
perfection.
sorry.
Season 1
Yeah.
is perfection, 100%.
Yeah.
Season 4 was like, oh, this is definitely an
This is
improvement.
getting back better, yeah.
But I've a lot of complaints about season 5 so far.
Really?
It is okay, but this scene specifically infuriated me.
That's it.
It's,
I mean, it was slow to attack, but she's
Let's watch it and tell us
she's
what
not
you're thinking.
successful in
I'm
attacking
not
him.
doing
I'm
the sound.
not sure.
It's just she's it's it's slow to attack,
Yeah, sure.
David.
Yeah.
Slow to it, 30 seconds. And she has time to deliver a stay the heck away from my daughter. I have time to stand. It roars.
Mhm.
I have time to dramatically, not quickly at all, grab a bottle,
Dramatically, yeah.
break
Very
it,
slow and
say,
dramatic,
"You stay
yeah.
away from
Yeah.
my daughter because women power," and she stabs it 37 times in the chest, not knowing that kills people, Carl. And it doesn't do anything until it cuts away to other things happening and then comes back, and after 30 minutes it swats her away like a fly, which thank goodness it showed him like disemboweling her.
Yeah.
But
Here, yeah.
Yeah.
this thing takes out
Notice
a
though it jumps
squad.
over our protagonist though.
Yeah. I agree the attack was slow, but also it makes sense that its behavior is different because of its instructions not to kill.
Yeah.
The
It's trying
mom?
to retrieve. No. It's trying to retrieve
Okay,
the girl.
I haven't seen it, so let's be careful of spoilers.
Okay, sorry.
And also what then is said to the little girl about her parents is something that they would probably not want it to kill the parents.
Okay.
You know?
No, that's what was said about the parents was definitely a lie.
Yeah,
That was a
Well, yeah,
big lie.
but he wants her to still believe the lie.
and to not spoil anything for Jared.
Okay. Maybe I'll go get some
No,
dinner.
no, it's okay. I'm not. I'm gonna be very, very vague, Jared.
Okay.
But this is a previous season, right? This happened in this season, and then
Yeah,
2
I'm seeing
episodes later, other
get
stuff
much the
happened,
same.
and you're like,
Yeah.
and it makes this scene even worse, and you're like,
Yeah.
And
I agree.
honestly,
I
I
did-
still think that, like, moms defending their kids is always going to be it's not
Yeah.
pro strong women. It's a like moms defending their kids. I'm
No,
down for that, so I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, the other
with,
thing
like,
is
strong
that
woman thing.
that just before this, we had the dad defending the kid, and he was just swatted away like he was chopped liver.
Yep.
And
yeah,
I mean that's.
I agree.
But
She
also,
shouldn't have
everybody
gotten that
hates
many
that
stabs
character,
in.
so it's kind of like it's okay. People love her, and they hate the dad, so I kind of get it. Like you don't want
People
the
love
scene
her?
to
Really?
be- They love her. They
Dude,
hate the dad. He is
I
the
love-
worst character. in the
They've
entire show.
written the dad to
Hate
be extra dumb, and they've written
Yeah.
her to
Okay,
be
I'll let you guys talk
the one
about
that
it for a second.
the one dude
Sorry.
lusts after in the
Yeah,
first
sorry.
in the other seasons.
Yeah, no. Tons of
I don't
people like her.
I
She's
love
great.
a
and I
good-
think she's great too.
Parent sacrificing for the child, but this one just really
Well, and
pulled me.
I
out
agree
so
that
hard.
the attack should have come
See,
faster.
The rest
but
of
I
this scene
didn't
though
mind
is
it.
really
It
really
didn't-
good.
it
They
didn't
do
ruin
the rest of this phenomenally when they're hiding from it and they're trying to escape it. I think they do the rest
know
of
what-
it phenomenally.
You know
and
what's
the
honestly
turnboat trap
crazy?
was great too.
You know what's honestly crazy though? I completely forgot that I watched 4 episodes of a new Stranger Things season until I pulled up this tab. Because I didn't have time to go through these tabs. When I see something I want to talk about, I'll email it to myself, to my work email, and then I pull up my email and just quickly tab, and then I usually go and organize and try and group things together.
Yeah.
I watched 4 episodes of a TV show that that people have been waiting for 10 years, 20 years. Millie Bobby Brown is married with a child.
I think she
and
adopted
I
it, but yeah.
completely forgot that I watched it. 5 hours of content.
Yeah, I was
It's
wondering
like,
why you didn't have it on the thumbnail.
Not loving because I forgot.
Yeah. I'm the one that added it to your spreadsheet, by the way.
Yeah. Hey, I
It is
thoroughly enjoy
not
it.
very memorable.
But I also
I still
watched
really
it
like
with somebody who is a diehard fan. My fiance loves this show, and I watched it with her, and that also hyped me up a lot. So I thoroughly enjoyed these episodes, but I was
Dude,
being a lot more forgiving.
I don't
and
hate
I was just
Stranger Things,
having
man.
fun with
I
it.
think season 1 of Stranger Things probably one of the greatest seasons of television of all time. Like top 10 at least.
Yes.
Probably not top 5.
Definitely top
It's
10.
good.
No argue there.
It
But
was
what
a-
I'm saying is that I agree.
It's not just it is not just a TV show. It is a cultural landmark.
Yeah.
Okay. But
100%.
yeah, seasons 2 and 3 were garbage.
What I'm saying though is that I thoroughly enjoyed it in the moment, and then ever since then, even before the show, retrospectively, I've been thinking about it, like it's actually not as good as when I watched it with my fiance. This scene is a reminder. I didn't realize that this scene was that bad, and remembering other things, I'm like, man, I don't think that it's as good as I thought it was when I first watched it.
For me, watching this scene, I was able to just suspend the disbelief for the fact that it's trying to show us particular, aspects and scenes and whatever. Yeah, realistic, not necessarily not consistent for sure. But in the same way, that shot you have above, it's one where literally it comes out and jumps over our actual main character, plot armor,
and
to
that
get
makes
to the,
me
to the
upset
person
too.
behind him.
Russia is the worst thing that happened to this show. Okay.
So it's like it's consistent. It just happens, and things have plot armor, and it's much better when they don't, but it doesn't necessarily by itself take me out of it.
But while Jared's gone, and David, David, never mind. but episode 4, I mean, they take out a battalion.
Yeah. Yep.
In seconds.
I'm still saying that the claim that, hey, we will bring your family here and we will keep them safe here too, is a thing, and none of the people that are being massacred in front of the kids are their families.
Yeah.
That's why she got disemboweled.
Yes.
Yeah.
After
she stabbed it.
That's why.
That's why
it's
getting that many stabs too is puny fly stabbed me. I don't really care. It kind of hurts. Whatever. It tickles. And then I'm going to smack you around.
Thank you, Martina. I'm surrounded by children, so
I thought hiding in the bathwater.
It's nice to have someone.
I'll give you that
have
one.
someone with taste weigh in.
No, hiding in the bathwater was cool. I thought that was fine.
The only hiding
unless
in the bathwater
it's Sydney Sweeney's bathwater, I'm out.
It was a little silly, but and again, it only just delayed things until the father could distract him. But
and then
the only hiding in the bathroom,
and you get and what makes me more angry. What makes me more angry is you have people glazing this scene on X. She had no powers. She was drunk as all get out, and she'd never even seen no Demogorgon up close, okay? All she had was a bottle of wine and a dream, and she defended her daughter tooth and nail.
Yeah.
What a hero in my books. Clap, clap, clap.
I think
I agree. That's a little over the top, and it's kind of annoying. But
I think you both are blowing these out of proportion. It's interesting because the Demogorgon has seen previously, like you said, like you've shown in the series, completely massacring everybody really fast, and now we see it acting different, and it doesn't kill somebody, and there's a reason for it. That's all.
No, I agree with Alan.
And there's a reason the show sucks too.
I think it's excusable.
All right.
It's okay. It's annoying. It could be better, but my biggest complaint is how everybody thinks it's incredible. They act like this show is the greatest show in existence when it's really mid. The first season top 10, but the rest of the show is rather mid.
Speaking of
it's not terrible.
Speaking of sucks, Narnia's gonna be slurping it up. This ain't your grandmother's Narnia.
But literally, people's grandparents are the ones that loved Pink Floyd and the Doors.
The music in it is gonna be unbelievably contemporary. I'm not gonna say specifically, but I'm going to give you specifics.
Specifics that are people's grandparents'
I'm not
music.
gonna say specifically, but I'm gonna give you 2 very specifics.
You know what? I love a lot of music from that time, and so that's gonna be fine. I honestly, I don't think it's gonna be great, but fine, whatever. But okay, that's the weirdest, dumbest comment to make. Not gonna be your grandparents' Narnia, but it's going to have your grandparents' music in it. What?
But also, even so,
Also, there's a
that's not
disconnect
the right
between
choice for Narnia.
Exactly.
It needs
I will
a
also
score.
agree.
It
That's
needs
probably
a
the better complaint, but I can't get over that. Like, no, that's literally grandparents' music. Like, it's my parents' music, it's your guys' parents' music, and they're grandparents.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't
Yours
have
is the
faith
better
for-
complaint, Alan,
Can't
for
get
sure.
no Turkish delight, and I try, and I try.
Yours is the better complaint. I'm just stuck on that. That's just so dumb. Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
Contemporary music? I'm sorry. Contemporary music? It's great music. But contemporary?
Man, thinking back to the old Narnia movies, those were great movies.
They were pretty good.
Spoiled.
Oh, there's a quote that
the first one was great.
it's Aslan. Like, don't quote the histories to me. Like, I was there when the Doors sang
I was
at
there.
Madison Square Garden live. What's the? Oh man! Now I wish I had Narnia memorized, because I could have.
Don't quote the ancient texts. I was there when they were written. I believe that's what he said.
Aslan. Don't quote the old magic.
Old magic. That's right.
Don't quote the old music to me. Which I was there when it was performed live.
Oh, man.
I was listening to the Doors before they were popular.
Man, we want
when they performed on the Macy's Day Parade. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The deep magic. It's not old magic.
Yeah.
Deep magic.
Dude,
Don't
I would
cite
love
the deep magic to me.
I'd love for what's the studio that's doing the David, the House of David show?
Wonder Project.
The Wonder Project.
Wonder
yeah.
Project.
Wonder Project.
I would love to see them do Narnia.
Yeah.
That would be good.
They would do fantastic. Or
That
Mel
would be
Gibson,
good.
or just somebody who's
Mel
unapologetically Christian.
Gibson. Hold on.
That could work. That could work. I would.
Narnia.
Hold on. Look, okay. Obviously, this goes against everything I stand for, okay? Because I want adaptations to be faithful. I'm not saying Mel Gibson couldn't do a faithful adaptation, but hear me out. Wouldn't it also kind of be fun if he did like a crazy Mel Gibson adaptation? if it's like John Wick Narnia, you know? if it's Blood Narnia.
Dude, I will love it.
And like
This is your grandmother's Narnia.
and if you get Shalash, if you
or-
is it Shalash or is it Shash? It's Shash, right? The Antichrist comes in and it's the Mayans beheading people.
Wow.
Yep.
I love Narnia.
Oh man. Oh, what could have been?
Yep.
I think we'll talk more about Stranger Things when part 2 drops too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened on our bye week. So,
Yeah.
what did we talked about Pluribus? You watched a bunch of movies. I watched Wake Up Dead Man. No one else saw it? Yes?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, so general vibes, no spoilers. Wake Up Dead Man. Better than Knives Out 2.
Glass Onion.
Okay.
Glass Onion was fun, but kind of dumb and nonsensical.
Glass Onion was really good, and the last 10 minutes completely destroyed it.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was
more
still
light.
It was more lighthearted, definitely, than the first one, right? And I was having a good time, and then the ending is like, yeah, but that doesn't solve the problem. That's stupid. I hate it.
I didn't like how gay the guy was, the detective. Obviously, I know he is gay, the character, but he also just had a gay vibe the entire show. Whereas in the first one, he didn't know.
I don't think that's an issue, Charles.
It's not an issue. I personally
Not an issue. You need to work on that for sure. Work on that.
I can't help it. I find it just a little gross.
We don't like the gays.
No, the thought of it is just a little gross. I think that's a natural reaction. Just a little gross.
Sure.
Anyways, sorry, Alan. I didn't mean to interrupt.
So Wake Up Dead Man. Yeah, I liked it. It's not as good as one. It's not as good as Knives Out. There are a few things that bothered me, not enough to pull me out. The story's good. It's lots of twists, lots of turns, very unique structuring of the story, sometimes to its detriment, but unique, fresh, and I think the final reveal, like once you get, oh, that's the story, that's how everything happened, maybe got one too many twists and turns, a little too convoluted,
lost in the weeds a little bit,
but like not enough to be like, that's dumb, you know, like maybe would have been stronger if we, you know, dialed it back
simplified that up a little bit.
Yeah. But really cool. There's a lot of good stuff in Wake Up Dead.
Okay.
Man. I think it's
Nice.
It was good.
That's good to hear. I look forward to watching it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, I
cool.
often say Knives Out is my favorite one of my favorite movies for sure.
It's good.
So I'm really glad that the third one's good.
Yeah.
At least.
Knives Out was so good because it told you from the beginning who the bad guy was.
The knives were out.
The knives were out. I
love it. Yeah.
It just like the obvious answer, and then it subverts your expectations and makes you rethink your, you know,
because
your
it makes you think that it's a murder mystery, and then you realize, oh, it's not a murder mystery. We know who did the murder. Now it's a thriller, and then just kidding, it is a murder mystery. I love it. It's great.
It's good.
No, yeah, it starts as a whodunit and then turns into a how do I get away with it, and then turns back into a whodunit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh boy. You watched movies. You watched 3 movies. Bearded.
Yep. Well, I've watched a handful more than that.
You watched more than 3? Okay. I know you've already given me the list twice.
Wicked.
No. You said Nuremberg.
Nuremberg, yep, was one. I saw that just today.
Couldn't tell you any of the other things you said.
Yep. So Nuremberg.
I am running on fumes.
Yep. Nuremberg, very good. Great exploration of approaching the trial and how Goebbels in particular was dealing with everything and then how he approached the trial. So very, very interesting movie, very good, especially if that's your kind of thing. If you're interested in World War II and all that, then definitely check it out. Very well done. And then I watched Zootopia 2. I liked it okay, but they were trying too hard to do what the first one had done. The first one did it, I think, very, very well. I think it had some really good commentary, but it was nuanced. This one didn't have the nuance involved there, and it just was trying to. And so the some of the comedy things, I felt like they were trying a little too hard.
Is it just the same things but for reptiles this time?
A little different.
Reptiles are animals too, guys.
Basically, yeah. Mm-hmm. But again, it lacks some of the nuance that you had from the first one. So you're kind of doing it again for reptiles, and it lacks some of the nuance. And it's still fun. I still laughed at a good handful of the jokes, but there were also a bunch of the jokes that I'm like, okay, you're just trying too hard to go for the low-hanging fruit of it. That sounds kind of contradictory, trying too hard and going for the low-hanging fruit. But like, you're trying to be clever and you're just getting the low hanging fruit instead.
Yeah.
So I didn't hate it. I thought it was all right, but it wasn't as good as the first one.
I think I've had a full mental breakdown, guys. I'm sorry. When you talk about nuance, this is what happened in my brain. I thought, yeah, that's what I want in all my kids' movies, nuance. And then I thought, yeah, I want an entire movie that's exclusively nuance. And then I thought, let's call it Nuancing the Stone.
I approve that message.
All right.
And it was so funny in my mind. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
You're fine. I don't really have anything else to say.
You've seen Romancing the Stone, right? That's like one of my favorite
No,
movies, and not a
although
lot
I
of people have seen it.
The city,
Jewel
what
of
was
the
it,
Nile?
City of Deer, Lost City or whatever, that was basically a lot like
Puke.
Romancing the Stone, but yeah.
Puke in my mouth. I hated that movie.
Yeah,
Sandra
I haven't seen
Bullock-
Romancing the Stone, so I don't have anything to say.
Sandra Bullock screwed up her face so much she couldn't move in that movie.
Yeah.
You kind of got a glimpse of that in the Bullet Train, I think it was. Sandra Bullock was in, and they're like,
well, she was only in like a
good. I know she was. It was mostly her
30
voice the whole
seconds of
time,
it.
and then she showed up at the end. I'm like, that's Sandra Bullock.
I haven't noticed that issue with Sandra Bullock, and she's not as bad as a lot of the other ones that I've seen. But yeah,
that's true. There are a lot of Hollywood celebrities that are way more far gone than Sandra Bullock.
I don't, and it was jarring because I don't think that's always the case. I think she just got like Botox like that morning, like before.
That's what I think it probably
before
is.
they filmed.
That makes more sense that it's Botox, but not necessarily other work per se. Maybe there probably is some other work, but the other work is where it gets really bad for me. The Botox, I'm just like, yeah.
Did you see that?
Anyway,
Mark Cluck, did you see that interview with Sydney Sweeney and? There's another S.
The one we talked about
3
weeks ago.
Siegfried and Roy. Amanda Siegfried.
Oh,
she did it. It was like an actors. I don't think it was actors on actors, but it was something like that. They were talking about it. They're like, and Sydney Sweeney's like, they're like, let's squash internet rumors about what. The question was like what rumor if you could set to rest forever, what would you do? And Sydney Sweeney's like, was like, yeah, I don't know why people keep thinking I've had work done. It's like they'll take a picture from when I was like 6 years old and compare it to me now and say like, oh, she's clearly plastic. And she's like, I've never
gone through puberty,
gotten any work done, and if I did, I would fix my lazy eyelid. She's like, I have a scar and my left eye like doesn't open all the way. If I had work done, I would fix that, but I'm not going to do it ever. She said, I'm never going to get work done.
Nice.
And Amanda Siegfried like shamed her and was like,
what?
Don't worry, you're going to. And when you need it, come to me and I'll give you the tips. There's a ways to do it where you can hide it. So, and I was like,
that's sad.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because
the
only thing I'll say too on that is like, yeah, but also like the Kardashians have claimed that they didn't get work done too. So like, I'm prone to believe Sydney, but at the same time, she could be lying about that too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just.
What's even more sick is
but she's still got her buccal fat, and so I believe her.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, that's like the first thing to go now is the buccal fat extraction, whatever. But no, what's even more sick is I've seen a couple.
She's kind of got a round face, you know, and it's honestly the imperfection that makes her beautiful.
So, yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, I've seen several shorts pop up in my feed randomly, and I thumbs it down every single time. But it's so disgusting. There's these plastic surgeons that just evaluate a celebrity's face. They're like, "Oh, this is what I would do to fix this so and so's face," and they just like mark it up and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, you're disgusting. That's so disgusting and gross and
these are all the body positivity people saying,
exactly,
look at all these things you have to do to change yourself.
Yeah, I can't stand
it. I was genuinely shocked to like again with my fiance. She was showing me some videos with her friends and some people on YouTube, and I was genuinely shocked by how much they hate Sydney Sweeney. I had no idea that there's a genuine people who just despise her. And it's crazy because I'm on the complete opposite spectrum. I think she's one of my favorite celebrities now because of these things. Like she's very based in many things, and she doesn't like plastic surgery. I believe that she doesn't like. I mean, we could be wrong.
Yeah, I mostly believe it. Although there's just that healthy skepticism in my mind. Just claiming that you aren't. Maybe.
That's crazy though.
I mean, we've had all these other celebrities that have been, fat positive, like Lizzo. Have you seen pictures of Lizzo these days? Like, she has lost a lot of weight, and that's fantastic, honestly, because that was an unhealthy.
There's a lot to be said for being body positive, being unhealthy.
You're gonna say potty trained.
There's benefits to being potty trained too.
Being potty trained, but honestly, it's overrated.
Potty positive.
But yeah. So I like that part of the
you like
body
that fart?
I like that part of the body positivity movement of celebrating obesity is kind of dying, I think.
Yeah, I hope so.
But I don't know. But yeah, the rest of it, all the plastic surgery and especially the stop messing with your face. Like there's a good purpose for plastic surgery for reconstruction for accidents, for burns and car crashes, but
your eyes are the window to your soul, and your face is the window to me wanting to look at it. Don't just leave it.
Stop messing.
Leave Brittany alone.
So
just
and then the final movie that I'll toss out here that I got to see was Wicked for Good, which if we're talking about body stuff going on there, they've got some weird stuff going on with those guys.
Dude,
but I feel like they actually
it's the whole cast. It's the whole cast.
Day.
Like they were like huffing Ozempic every morning. It's not just the two leads. It's the
I haven't paid a lot of attention. But
the lady, the Chinese?
Yeah,
one?
I just had it.
And the guy that played Wizard of Oz too, the wizard.
Oh,
him too. Yeah, because he decided to go vegetarian for it, which is fine. But I don't know.
Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle Yeoh, there you go. So I watched a video on this. I haven't kept up on it. I haven't paid a lot of attention to their interviews and everything. But I saw somebody else who was commenting on it, saying this sure looks like they're all going through, and not saying that she's not diagnosing and saying that they definitely are, but they're going through some eating disorders,
group psychosis.
Because again, not just those two, which they're the craziest ones, but Michelle Yeoh in particular, because this is a woman who at 60 years old was doing her own stunts in Everything Everywhere All at Once and was rocking it and was awesome. And so to think that she somehow has gotten messed up into all of this is gosh, body positive is like that episode of Better Call Saul. I don't remember which one that is off the top of my head. But yeah, but I will say the movie was all right, not as good as the first one. I ended up not. So I was worried because the trend of saying, "Oh, look at these evil guys from these movies that we love," it turns out they're actually not bad guys at all, and everything is it's actually the good guys that are the bad guys. All in all, I will say I thought they would lean into that harder because Wicked is kind of where it started when the book Wicked and the play Wicked started. That's where it really started. Right?
Wicked was one of the first to do the whole hey, let's look at the villain and see what made them do it. So it I wouldn't say it started the trend. It caused the trend because everyone tried to copy it, and it got progressively worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
So this is what I'll say. It is absolutely the least offensive of that genre.
Yeah.
Still don't particularly love that the genre exists.
Yeah. So what I'll say about that is I was expecting them to lean harder into that, more like they did in the first movie, and feeling like it was going to just continue down that road and it was going to be worse and worse because, however, I don't think that they did, or they stepped just far enough into she did kind of become wicked for a minute in the places where it crosses over into the stories that we've seen a little bit more. and when she does step back, she realizes that she has to still portray herself as wicked. So it explains her actions that are just wicked actions from the Wizard of Oz, right? Unhealthy skinny, yeah. Talk about unhealthy skinny. But what I will also give to the idea of what I will say to the idea of wicked is that, to be fair, the wizard has always been a charlatan. They paint him as a lot more intentional evil. But the other thing that I like about it is they do less direct. They do a little bit less directly pointing him as evil and make it more, oh hey, it's this other behind the scenes character, Madame Morrible, who was the true villain of the whole thing. The wizard was kind of messed up, doing more negative things than we would have assumed from the original Wizard of Oz, and yet still, he's just a bumbling. He's a nothing. He doesn't, and he realizes that people are just going to love me anyway, and I'm, if I were to tell them the truth, they would still just think that I'm wonderful. So I'm just going to roll with it.
You want to know what my brain just went back to during all of that? Because the Emerald City, I want to go watch Romancing the Stone.
Stone again,
because it's a giant green gem.
Nuancing the Emerald City is what we're getting to.
It's a good movie. Go home and watch Romancing the Stone, and then watch The Jewel of the Nile. It's a red jewel in that one.
Oh, Jewel of the Nile's not as great, not as good. But
Romancing the Stone is I liked it as a kid. Romancing the Stone is solid. Jewel of the Nile gets a little silly, but still good. Still good. So
depending on how much energy you still got, I've got one other movie that I watched that, I hinted at earlier, that will make me. I have a take that will make Charles no longer the most racist person on the panel.
Okay, well, if you preface it like that,
right?
Let's go.
I've been trying to decide how I wanted to approach this for most of the week, because over Thanksgiving I was able to get a hold of a copy.
Nation? What do you?
The one that I got to watch, I got a hold of a copy of Song of the South.
Oh yeah!
No way!
And I love it.
I think it's a great movie, man.
I have never seen it.
I can kind of understand a little bit of some of the issues, but I still think most of the issues are just wildly taken out of proportion. And the thing that bothers me the most is the fact that there are a lot of other movies that were made back in this time period that were much more problematic than I think this movie is, and we still have them around. We've now just put little disclaimers in front of them, maybe, but this one was erased from history. And I think that's a problem, because I think there's a lot, even the things that are wrong with it, the problems with it, we can't even have a conversation about that because it was just erased from history. And I think there's so many more positives to come out of that movie than the negatives that are being pointed out. My opinion, I am a white guy, so, whatever. But oh my gosh, it was it made me, my hero is now Uncle Amos, or Uncle Remus.
He's great.
The black guy he is so great. Oh, I haven't seen it. What's such a beautiful movie.
That's the only part that I know about it, Clark.
Have you even heard of Song of the South, Charles?
I think I've seen this. Maybe
we have
seen a little bit.
The only place you will have possibly ever
seen that where Zippity Doodah comes from?
Yeah, that's where Zippity Doodah comes from.
Oh my goodness!
So for context, Charles has seen Zippity Doodah because we had the sing-along VHSs
Disney
of just the Brer Rabbit and stuff like that.
Well, because it would jump around to different movies, and it was framed by the owl coming out of the clock saying, "And this song is from this movie. Let's all follow the dancing mole."
The movie itself was eradicated because people felt like it was really racist, because it depicts black people, and here's one of the things that doesn't clarify, that this is post Civil War, so these people are not slaves, but it shows them in more servile roles and being happy with their lot in life. And I can see that there is criticism to be leveled at that, but if you were to go back in that time, there were probably people who, at this point, they were sharecropping. They were not actually slaves, and and there might be people that were happy. And also, here's the thing that my brother said that was really interesting. He said, if any other company had tried to make a movie painting over and making it seem like, oh, everything's happy and, happy-go-lucky in, Reconstructionist South, that would be one thing to complain about them trying to paint over and whitewash and make it seem like everything was okay. But this is freaking Disney. That is their brand, especially at that time. Were we talking about the dark realities of life in France, and all these other things in Snow White or in all those other? No, you're being sold the fairy tale.
It's crazy too because of the double standard, right? So they'll erase movies like Song of the South, and then rewrite history in other movies with like the Netflix Anne of Green Gables adaptation.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Where they put in a whole bunch of like gay romance and everyone's clapping and you're like, oh yeah, and you're like, well, so we're just gonna forget about the part of history where like it was a big struggle? Like doesn't that like take away from gay history?
Mm-hmm. That's exactly
to pretend like they were never persecuted.
There's tons of media where with homosexuals and with black people that they just like completely erase that part of history and pretend like it didn't happen. And they're like, this is not how this would have gone down if this was actually a historical period that this setting is.
Yeah. But Zippity Doodah is racist.
No.
Yeah.
It bugs me so much.
The other thing that I'll say with that too is the one of the other commentaries is that the African people in the movie are shown with very uneducated Southern dialects of the time, and they're saying, oh, it's racist that they're showing that's all that, but it was probably accurate, which again is something that could be talked about, the fact that they were uneducated because of the racist things that were going on at the time, because of slavery that they were just coming out of, but it was accurate. So when you have something like, I don't know, 12 Years a Slave or The Color Purple that shows them having these kinds of accents, that's not racist. But having them have these accents in that movie was racist. But guess what? There's also white kids in the movie who are the villains, and they have these really strong Southern accents. It's not just a matter of like, oh, all these black people are the
rich white children are the villains of the piece.
Not the rich white children.
And
the other poor white children.
Disney doesn't like the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
The poor white children were the.
That's what I was going to say too. Is that that accent is not exclusive to black people. It's a Southern accent in poor Appalachia with black
and to complain that this movie is trying to say that it's just the black people is to give credence to the idea that would be a problem, or to say that that's a problem is to give credence to the idea that would be the reality. But the fact is that it was not just a black thing; it was an educated thing. And unfortunately, there were a lot of uneducated black people, but they were not the only ones that had that kind of an accent. Right. It has so many good messages of it. So whether or not you're familiar with the story, basically it's a young boy goes to a plantation to be with his grandmother because his parents are considering splitting up, and he's really struggling with the idea that his dad goes back to the city and leaves him there. And so Uncle Remus recognizes the struggles that this little boy is having and helps him through by telling him fun, entertaining stories that help him learn how to deal with bullies, learn how to deal with bad things happening. It has so many good messages. It's such a wonderful movie. Oh gosh, I thought that was great. So anyway, you're welcome, Charles. Now as a avid supporter of Song of the South, which has been labeled by so many as the most racist film to ever come out of anything, I am now the most racist person on the panel. So
can I?
Don't worry, I'll watch it with you, and I'll join you there.
Here's another thing that I'll say too.
Question though, just really quick before you move on. What are your feelings on the Jews?
They killed my savior. No.
Pro or
so here's the other thing that I thought was really interesting. I believe I found out that it was technically an honorary Oscar, but it was an actual Oscar. The guy who played Uncle Remus won an Oscar for that movie. Again, I don't think he wasn't in the competition for it, but they gave him an honorary Oscar. And this was, again, 1948 or something like that. So before all of our, civil rights and this, that, and the other that happened. And they gave him an Oscar. Mm-hmm. And he was the first African-American man to get an Oscar for this movie.
It's the same thing with Aunt Jemima. The original model for Aunt Jemima syrup. She was a freed slave who picked herself up from poverty and became the mascot, the original mascot of the Aunt Jemima brand, and they just wiped it from history. It's like, no, that's racist. A black person overcoming slavery and making something of their life and being successful is a racist. I'm like, what? Are you listening to yourself? That makes me so mad.
Well, and here's the thing is, again, I feel like there's discussion to be had about the potentially the because where I think there's some argument where I still disagree with them, but I feel like I can understand it at least has a little bit more merit to it, is the using a black person to make a point or whatever to kind of virtue signal, if you will, and that was where they had issues with it. That, and again, you get a similar
the magical Negro trope,
right?
So yeah.
But again, here's the couple pieces of it. The one thing is that sorry, I'm losing my thoughts here too, so because I'm a little bit tired as well. But some of it also came from like the portrayal of them as being uneducated. So you get things like I had a friend that his last name was also Remus, and they had a sign that was Uncle Remus and this show am good, and it was a slogan that was part of a branding that they had done.
Yeah.
And people were feeling like, oh, that's so racist. Do you think that black people talk that way? And no, it's not that we think black people talk that way, but he did.
That specific one, yes.
Like, imagine if Looney Tunes got blasted for saying that's all, folks.
You think all pigs stutter, you racist pig?
Yeah.
Oh wait, sorry, I can't use that word.
And to boil it down to pretending like it was only pretending like it was only about because the reason that we need you to get rid of it is because of the way that you're using the fact that they maybe spoke this way or whatever, means that you don't get to have that discussion about that anymore. And you also don't get to have the discussion about how wonderful and amazing Aunt Jemima was in overcoming and escaping slavery and making something of herself. You lose that part of that history because you've gotten rid of this one or two things that might be a little bit problematic, but you lose all these wonderful things,
Similarly, a more modern day example of this is in the new Avatar TV show where they made Sokka no longer sexist. He was sexist in the original show because he was learning from that.
Yeah, and that's a good point.
And that's bad. But if you're, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of connected.
Yeah.
Oh, they're creating more racism.
So so here's one of the things I need to find the quote here real quick. Hang on, where did it go? So the actor, his name was James Baskett, who was Uncle Remus in the movie. He actually had a really great point that I loved his point. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Because he's been criticized by a lot of people, and not just for this role, but other roles where they felt like he supported or had let's see, here it is. Although Baskett was occasionally criticized for accepting such a demeaning role, and most of his other acting credits were that of African American stereotypes, his acting was almost universally praised. And columnist Hedda Hopper, along with Walt Disney, was one of the many journalists and personalities who declared that he should receive an Academy Award for his work. Baskett defended the film, saying, and his character in it saying, "I believe that certain groups are doing my race more harm in seeking to create dissension than can ever possibly come out of Song of the South." And I love that, because I think the idea that they're just trying to bring up dissension, and that is causing more harm than any potential stereotyping that comes out of Song of the South. Because, okay, there's room to have a discussion about stereotyping from Song of the South, or being able to recognize that even in Reconstruction, Reconstruction South, there was still segregation. But you can talk about that.
It's because they've never actually truly cared about race. They only care about how they can use it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I love the movie. My brother and my dad that watched it with, my brother, my dad, and my mom, we all watched it together. And they didn't love the movie in terms of like, oh, it wasn't the greatest story or whatever, but I feel like there's so many great messages. I remember, again, this idea of this older gentleman recognizing a young boy struggling, and his parents can't quite figure things out and how to deal with it and how to help him through his struggles. And this older gentleman just being a good father figure, being a good male role model in his life. And these fun stories that are being told. Here's one of the other criticisms that I've seen is, they took these great classic African stories of Brer Rabbit and Brer Bear, and this white company that apparently hates black people took it from the black people and put it on and are trying to make money out of it. And I'm like, but who else in the world, especially at that time, was going to make that movie? And not only make that movie, but not just recast it to be all white people and suddenly be like, oh, Uncle Remus, he's a white guy that's telling these stories. No, they highlighted the black man telling this story, telling his own stories. They put him on a pedestal. And you look at Mary Poppins. The movie is about the kids, or if you look at Saving Banks, it's about how she saves the parents from. But the movie is Mary Poppins. She is the star of that movie. In the same way, Uncle Remus is the star of this movie. And in 1948, what other place had a black person as the star of their movie? It was not going. It's not like it would be today, where that's not a thing. It's no big deal. That was a huge thing that Disney put up their money to say, we will help bring these stories to the forefront and not pretend like they're not from a black community. Why is that racist? Yeah. So
I will say I gotta give credit where credit due. I just found a clip of Whoopi Goldberg advocating to bring back Song of the South and the Black Rose from Dumbo. So I don't like Whoopi Goldberg. I think she's crazy, but she's based in this one thing.
Yep. I just it drives me a little bit crazy, and it really saddens me that this was so wild. Because here, I'll even say, my family, we grew up loving the Splash Mountain ride at Disneyland, where, again, this was the one vestige of this movie that existed in the outside world for such a long time. And they have now gotten rid of that and replaced it with Tiana's Bayou, which I will also say, as much as I am very saddened that they took that away, for completely unrelated reasons, I feel like I can understand saying, hey, we need to update this ride with a more modern version, with a more modern movie, a movie that is going to be more contemporary, that people might have. They do that with a lot of different things. The Yellow Submarine ride that used to be at Disneyland is now a Finding Nemo thing, and I think it's probably even moved on past that, because you have to update it. I can understand that. So I'm not mad at the fact that they don't have Splash Mountain as Splash Mountain anymore for this exact reason. But I will say, I am still very sad that I don't get to, now that I've actually seen the movie, go back on that ride one last time.
That is,
yeah. So, and I wish that I had been able to grow up on this movie, because here's another thing: you want representation, you want little black kids that apparently can't look up to white men in their movies. You want a movie that has a black man for these little kids to look up to. Uncle Remus is great, and even though he is in a servile role, you can see where he struggles with being in that servile role. So it's not just painting over it and being like, oh, it's just fine, I don't really care. No, he takes it hard when he's kind of shot down. But again, honestly, the way it's handled in the movie isn't him being shot down because he's black. It's him being shot down because he's not the kid's actual parents. And the kid's actual parents, who are, again, painted as being wrong in this scenario, are saying, hey, this is my son. I think you need to stop telling him these stories. And so he says, you know what? You are the parent. I will listen to that. And if it had been a white character who was not the parent, I think that same exact thing would have happened. So anyway, thank you for letting me rant a little bit about Song of the South.
Great
That's
TED talk.
It sounded really good. I didn't catch all of it, if I'm being honest.
That's all right.
I could tell, Alan, you were struggling.
Yeah, I actually almost didn't bring it up because I knew you were running out of time, and I knew I was going to rant on it for a bit.
I was listening, but tuned out a little bit, but it sounded good. I got the gist.
So I agree with your take.
Anyway, I just
Yeah. But that's great. I'll definitely you've sold me. I'm gonna watch this movie now.
It is hard to get a hold of. We need to figure out if I can get my file out for you guys somehow.
Mark was asking where you even found it.
Yeah, I have a file that I got from my brother, so I've got it on my computer. I need to figure out how to get it to anybody else that wants to watch it.
There's
So,
an app
Do you guys want me to whip
that
out
I've been
my stuff?
using. There's an app I've been using called MedHut.
Med? What?
I haven't heard of that.
Anyways, apparently it's on the app. Anyways,
Okay, all right.
I put it in the chat.
Links.
You didn't hear it from me though.
Links won't show up.
Oh, he just put the name of it in the chat.
Gotcha.
Anyways,
You guys
I
want
watched
me to-
some movies.
You guys want me to pull out my stuff?
Depends
I
on
got
what
stuff.
you're talking about. Oh,
Yeah,
we didn't
Charles
talk
watched
about
some-
Brandon Sanderson.
Yeah, well, maybe we do. Well, I'm gonna do a whole bunch of follow-ups, so I'll
Sure.
do like a recap and stuff. But yeah, if you had questions, I can show you all my stuff. They wined and dined me. They gave me a bunch of free stuffs.
Ooh,
No, I was a media boy. But Charles, what did you watch?
Well, I watched Starship Troopers finally because in preparation for watching the Helldivers movie, I watched the fan movie. I watched the Starship Troopers, and holy cow, that movie is phenomenal, and it really is the Helldivers movie. It's great.
It's
And
the
then
other-
I also
Charles, it's the other way around.
I know Helldivers is the Starship Trooper game, but I played Helldivers before I watched and I love Helldivers more. It's just cooler. And then I also watched Stargate, the first movie, phenomenal as well. Holy cow!
Yeah, did we talk about the fact that they've got a new show coming up?
Yeah. I love the
That's
Stargate
why
movie.
I've started watching the movie, and I'm gonna.
I've rewatched. I wasn't paying 100% attention. I had it in the background while I was working on a bunch of other stuff. But I played through maybe about like 9 episodes of Stargate season 1, and I was like, oh yeah, I've seen. I was because I didn't know how far I got, and every single time I was like, oh yeah, I've seen this one. Halfway through the episode.
Halfway through, you're like, oh yeah, I remember how this ends.
I was like, I got a lot farther than I thought.
I've seen a handful of clips.
I still haven't gotten to an episode that was like, this is new.
Yeah, I've seen a handful of clips online recently because it's starting to do the whole push with everything. And there's a lot of it that I don't totally recognize, but I know that I have seen all of the 10 seasons of SG1 and at least the first 3, if not the first 4 seasons of Atlantis all the way through, and both seasons of Universe.
I'm excited to get into it because I loved the movie. Movie was great, underrated.
The movie's good. I like the show even better. I also got exposed to the show first, but yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited then. That's pretty much what I watched. The Helldivers fan movie was fun, but I wouldn't recommend it necessarily unless you play Helldivers. Although I have heard that they are coming out with an actual official Helldivers movie. So we'll see if that's good.
Time will tell.
Got a book. This one I purchased. So this is Charles, this is your Christmas present.
Yeah.
This is
Remember you called me about that?
So I gave you like 4 years ago. I think the first year I went to Dragonsteel, I bought you like a sketchbook that was doing world building for a book that didn't exist yet. Yeah. Oh, you already have it out. Yeah. So I got you the book. So he finally wrote book 1. He's working on book 2 right now. I'm trying to see if I can get a good angle. There are like,
wow.
There are embellishments. Maybe you can't see it. Maybe you can see it there. No, the light is washing it out. There are like
spot UV.
Yeah. Like it says hope here. But
That's cool.
It's a really, really good quality. And for like an indie book, who like his books aren't on it, you can't get them on Amazon. You have to go to like his website. Travis Deming. The artwork in that one I got Charles is incredible. I bought that one specifically because Charles draws a lot and was also trying to write books. So I was like, oh well, this seems like both of the things that he's trying to do. So I got you the book in that one, and it actually like really cool cover. The author does all of the illustration and all of the writing.
Really?
And
phenomenal.
This one's called Journey into the Valley of Mir, the Dragon Story, Volume 1. So there's I can't remember if he said how many there was going to be. But he also did something crazy for this one, which is self-published in that shoved into randomly in the pages, there are a bunch of QR codes.
Nice.
That link to bonus hidden chapters.
What?
Wow.
That's interesting.
No, like this guy's a psychopath. Like, well, he wrote a sketchbook and before the book, just world building, and then wrote this book, and it has secret chapters, so it's to not disrupt, the flow,
yeah.
the pacing of the story. But there are bonus chapters that follow like side characters, and said like hey, this is the main character's story, and this character just showed back up in this chapter. If you want to hear the story of what they were up to, if you want to hear what Gandalf was doing when if you want to hear Gandalf's story instead of just following Frodo, you read that's the secret chapter. And then in addition to the ones that are only available on the website, there are 2 companion little novellas that I didn't get you, Charles. There's a secret chapter that follows a side character and bonus stuff too. Like it was like this is
crazy.
way too involved. And he's like, yeah, I wanted to do something different, and
that's cool. Really cool.
Cool concept. So
I think that might, with the barcodes, that might maybe a little bit of a spoiler, like, hey, this we're not going to see this character in the next chapter. It's going to go in somewhere else.
And I'm summarizing.
That's kind of cool.
But
that's really cool. I'm excited now.
I think it's like when they come back in, it's like, hey, if you wanted to hear what happened.
Oh, that would make more sense.
But yeah, really unique way to do it. I think I showed off Debunked last time, but I got Elliot the sequel to that for Christmas. It's like a Indiana Jones Hitchhiker's Guide YA type thing that came out. I wasn't planning on getting a copy, but now I have a free copy of Tailored Realities. I paid for those other 2. It's really good quality. I've read about half of these stories, and I didn't love most of them. There was one that was good. I haven't been a biggest fan of his short fiction, so of his non-Cosmic short fiction. Emperor's Soul is probably his best work. So I got a free
of the short novellas.
Yeah, I got a free like library book stamp.
Oh,
yeah, like a date stamp. It'll stamp it with the
embosser, or
so not a date. So it's this is what.
Oh,
so it's a big dragon that goes around, and then it says Ex Libris, and then an empty space where you can personalize it. Obviously, you'd have to write it in pen, but it's like from the library of. And it would normally have the library there, so you can pee on all of your books. You can mark your territory. For your personal library.
Is it like an ink stamp, or is it like an embossing stamp?
It's ink.
Okay, cool.
So it flips around. It's got a lever action.
It's one of those. Nice. Yeah,
nice. The embossing stamp would be cool too, though. That's the 3D, like it punches in, right?
Yeah.
That's like a texture stamp. That's not actual embossing, but. Got that for free. They gave me a complimentary ticket to the World Hopper Ball, which last year was the wedding of Shalon and Adolin, and this year was the Mistborn dance where Vin and Elend meet.
Oh,
got a free World Hopper
Pewter
ball commemorative
mug?
goblet.
Pewter
Jeez,
goblet.
The lighting here is good for my face and nothing else, but it says World Hopper ball.
That's cool. I saw that was going on in London too.
There you
Nice.
go.
They've got one set up. I think for next year they're doing a World Hopper
so,
in London.
Yes. So what it is last year was the first year they added a ball to the regular convention. In addition to you can go attend a dance. This is the second year they did it, and they announced next year, in addition to the ball that we do at Nexus, we will also host a World Hopper ball in London, connected to an already existing
one of the London Con or something,
Comic Con London or something like that. So they're going to go exhibit at that convention and host a side event where you can go do a ball there.
And at least based on what I saw on one of the videos he posted on his YouTube channel, it sounds like maybe he's still just trying to get feelers out there for interest in that, but he's planning on doing it as long as it gets enough interest. So I don't know if it's 100% confirmed or if it's just planned.
That's pretty cool.
So
he also announced yet another secret novel, which looks like it could be good. I did enjoy half of the last one he did, but what I'm most excited for is for the children's novels. When I read through Stormlight Archive, I thought these stories that Hoyt is telling is perfect for an illustrated children's novel, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Said one of them is not super kid friendly.
Okay, well,
it's the Hoyd short story collection, not necessarily children's book.
Yeah, right. The only one that is, I think, is The Dog and the Dragon. I think
Dog and the Dragon is the one specifically that I absolutely loved that story.
That one.
Great.
I still remember that one. I don't remember all the Hoyd stories.
And I forget the other two.
What was it called? Raw Dogging the Dragon?
The Dog and the Dragon short story.
That's what I said.
Yeah, it was
bags
fun.
Are cool.
The bags are awesome. It looks like the same bag as last year, but good quality bags, good looking.
Yeah, I've got a ton of editing to get to. First though, I need to sleep for an entire day, then edit for an entire 2 weeks, and I'll be dropping a bunch of videos. Nice. I tried.
We'll keep an eye out.
Okay, you'll definitely drop a video before David does. So.
I've got a new poll. I've got a new poll similar to last year's. Last year's was Wheel of Time, and I got 500 responses. This year, it took a lot longer to get answers from people because it was a harder question to answer, and I only got 200. And I was running out of time, and I was like, I need to get to like an even 200 for standard distribution, you know. And
did you already say what the question was?
That's yeah.
That's right.
It's wind and truth poll.
That's right.
And got a whole bunch of videos. I gave away I got rid of a lot of my trinkets and junk that I could give to people who were willing to film prizes. And for like the third year in a row, I still couldn't get rid of my King Kong action figure. No one wants this thing. I won this in a door prize, a raffle ticket five years ago. It's actually like really nice. The box is like banged up because I've brought it to like 3 conventions to try and give away, and I can't get rid of it. This is like my monkey's paw.
Literally. Yeah.
Do you want a King Kong boy? Because I don't.
Comment down below. He'll ship anywhere in the U.S.
I'm not going to pay for it. No. It's just an ongoing joke.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's funny.
So, yeah.
I'm still a bit sore from last year of all the stuff that we gave away for our YouTube subscribers, and I finally got monetized, and then they took them all away from me the next day because they thought they were all
Oh yeah,
I'm still a little bit miffed at that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
after
they took them all away because of
after
what?
like a year of pestering YouTube, you know, quote unquote customer service, which is just non-existent. They're like, sorry, there's nothing we can do.
Yeah. No, we had QR codes to our channels with Technically Mexican, Shelf Help Gaming, and Simply Nerdy. Had a booth there for one day, and they had QR codes to all of them. If they subscribed to all of our channels, then they'd be put in a raffle to give away. Like, I don't know, we had like 30 items on the table that we're giving away. And so I got enough subscribers for the 500 subscriber mark for the first tier of monetization. And then I even got a congratulatory email from YouTube saying, congratulations on your first 500 subscribers. You're now eligible for monetization. And then the next day, lost them all.
Took them all away.
It was ridiculous.
Because they thought they were bots.
Yeah.
Well, so what
if
happens
if someone subscribes and they don't
So
watch
what
a
they
video,
do-
then it thinks it's a bot and it unsubscribes them.
No, so it doesn't unsubscribe them. It's worse. What it does if it automatically detects patterns that might indicate it's a bot, which could happen naturally from anyone, you know, like attending a convention and saying, "Hey, check out my channel," you know.
Yeah.
Which apparently just hasn't been a problem ever before. Yeah, right. They just ignore it every time, right? What happens is they don't unsubscribe the channel. They basically remove the possibility for demonetization for monetization for that viewer. Does that make sense? So basically, they're put
That viewer
into the
cannot
shadow.
count towards
They're
your
put
monetization.
into the shadow realm. Like they will still see your channel. They might still be watching your channel, and it will never count as a view or a subscriber or ad revenue for
Wow.
your channel and possibly other channels as well.
Wow.
That's
It is
crazy.
a horrendous policy.
Wow. That's
YouTube
That's pretty bad.
sucks big fat ones.
Wow. I
So
get
so
trying to contact like
my stuff
go
is
against
also
bots.
on Rumble, but it's not a big fan of that either. I want it to be better.
Yeah, their user interface is pretty awful.
Yeah.
I hope Rumble gets better, because I would love to never be able to never use YouTube ever again, but there's not a good replacement yet. Rumble is the closest we've gotten, and it's not there yet for me.
Yeah,
It's not there for me yet either.
the UI is awful, and honestly the ads that you get on Rumble are garbage as well.
Yeah, and you can't skip. Like I hate the ads on YouTube, but at least if you skip the first one, it won't play the second one.
Oh yeah,
the Rumble
That's-
will play the second one regardless.
That's the most annoying thing on YouTube now is if you don't skip the first ad, it'll play a second ad. It's like, oh, this guy's still watching. Let's put another ad there. But if you skip it,
That's been going along for a while though.
It's been
because they also have the
about a year.
unskippable first ad, and then you have to watch a second ad.
Yep, unskippable first ad. The second ad is terrible, and then consistently every single time I watch a YouTube video in this week, there is another two ads within a minute of the video. And oh my goodness.
They also put ads at the end. So if you have things on like a playlist and you go from one to the next, it plays like 2 ads at the end and then 2 ads at the beginning of the next one. Or the other thing that's been bugging me lately is that they've been putting more 15-second unskippable ads in there. So I'm like, okay, let me skip. No, okay,
But then they'll
fine.
increase-
It'll get to the next
increasing the
one,
time
and the
of
next
the
one will
unskippable
also be
one.
unskippable. You know.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I'll. Oh my goodness. I don't know.
But I'm not
Honestly, it
paying for
makes
it,
me
so
hate their product more. It makes me hate
Yeah.
what the ad is
It
telling
bugs
me.
me.
I hate it with the flames just heaving on the side of my head.
Face.
Side of my face.
Coming out
my
on the
face.
side of my face. Yep.
Yeah.
Heaving breaths.
Heaving breaths. It's been a while since I've seen it. Anyways,
Well, it looks
it's
like
late,
we've
though.
just about lost David, or not David, Alan. So we should probably call it.
We've lost
I'm
him a while ago.
pretty.
I'm looking at Sydney Sweeney memes.
Keeps it going. It keeps it going.
No, I'm.
And now it is time to say goodbye.
I'm scrolling
Goodbye.
through X so my eyeballs stay stimulated, so I don't fall asleep. I'm not reading anything.
All right, take
We
us out
better
of here.
end
then.
this show
Take us
so
out of
you
here.
can actually go to sleep. Then.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can rest.
We don't know. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of the ticket system for Dragonsteel this year.
Oh yeah, this year, like last year, it was bad, but I managed to get a ticket. This year, I didn't even have a chance.
My brother and niece got tickets, but then found out that they wouldn't be able to go, so they had to return them. They were able to do it just in time before the window closed, but yeah.
Next week is more Pluribus, maybe some
More
Mighty
Pluribus.
Nine. Not Stranger Things isn't until the end of December.
Yeah, December 24th, I think, for the next one, next drop.
25th.
25th.
And maybe Wonder Man.
Yeah, so just Pluribus next week. Maybe more Dragonsteel.
I might
And
catch
then
some movies too.
Fallout in 2 weeks. Fallout Season 2
wow.
and Avatar 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fire and Ash.
I'm excited for Fallout. Like I like the first season enough to be like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll watch the
Steve,
second one.
The plot kind of fell apart a little bit, but it was still enjoyable.
It's
I can't stand the dumb reasoning for the vault people. It's retarded, and it's super easily fixed too. But anyway, whatever.
Yeah, it's
showed long
better
enough
in the games, and I haven't even played all the games. But
this is Fallout, right?
Yeah,
Fallout. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyways, this has gone on long enough, though.
Yep.
And now it is time to say goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah. See ya.
I'm trying to roll the
Au
outro
revoir.
for you, but
yep.
Ding dao day.
I can't see the button.
But come back next
Oh,
week.
no,
for some
we're
things
I only
back.
see darkness.
Oh no, we're stuck here.
I only see darkness.
Hello, darkness,
what is
my
that?
old friend.
It's like when you're too tired to fall asleep. You're
What
like,
is
oh,
that ringing
please.
in the distance? It's the Sandman. He cometh for me. All right, bye, guys. See you next week.
See ya.
And now it is time to say goodbye.
We had a great conversation.
It's been fun. But all good things must come to an end, and the goodest ending I can think of is
Right now, this moment, this night.
So I guess we just say goodbye.
So, goodbye.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day. But come back next week for more outrageous bloopers.
This is the end.
Well, there's only one thing left to do.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If it's true, please take a minute to subscribe to the channel, and you can join us along for the ride. And if you pay me, I'll try to be more entertaining, so please consider joining. Patreon and getting your name in the credits with pride.
I'd buy that for $1.